Humanity has always hunted for knowledge in the unknown. The wonder is, not that the field of stars is so vast, but that we have measured it. We're all here because we're committed to the biggest question of all. What's out there? You're part of Constellation now. Part of our family.
We do not fully understand all that is at work here.
No finer group in the stars to be unraveling this mystery.
I'll follow you from here on out, Captain.
Grab jump is ready. I love this part.
These artifacts could be everything we've been looking for. Another great secret the universe is asking us to unravel.
Human settlements throughout the galaxy could be at risk.
We are not stopping. Whatever lies at the end of this road will change humanity forever. This is where we belong.
Well, hello there. It's Thursday night. And you know what that means, right, Brad? Sadly. Calling sadly. Presumably because he'd rather be watching me play Baldur's Gate 3. Hello, Eva23. Coming right at the same time as Brad. Hello, how's everybody doing? I'm doing good. Been playing Starfield. Still, it's the only game I've been playing. I know it's not universally been embraced, but I'm officially on board. I'm into it. I continue to be into it. I will continue to be into it, probably, Brad. So brace yourself for that. There are worse things. There are worse things that I could be totally into. I think you could at least grant me that much. You'd rather that I play Baldur's Gate 3. You also feel that game-focused stream needs to roll into week 3? I'm not sure. Oh, doesn't need? Oh, does it still say that? Crap, let me change that. I just forgot to change the, that's in the description, or the title. Holy shit. No. This is standard G-Law fare at this point. I don't feel like last week was very game-focused. Thanks for calling that out, Brad. Because I totally forgot that I'd added that on there. I only meant to do that for the first night. And then I just forgot that I put it on there. It's the kind of shoddy craftsmanship you enjoy. See? That's how you know. It's like a ma and pa operation here. Yeah, you gotta... I left the words on the title. Ah, forget about it. I don't know. It's more like gangster. Your old vest for work got some gunk on it. It looked like permanent marker. And you had to get a work shirt. They had no new vests. Crying rivers of sadness, icon. Well, I'm sorry to hear that your old vest got some gunk on it. that looked like permanent marker, and you had to get a new work shirt because they had no new vests. I don't know why they're Italian, Brad. It just came out that way. I just suddenly pictured like the family-owned Italian restaurant where they're all kind of like, it's a good place. Everyone's like the favorite place on the block. But you go in there, they're all like yelling at each other and like, get out of here. Get out of my kitchen. You don't know you ruined the food. You know, it's like, it's probably terrible. So that's why they're Italian. No good reason. How do you know it was Italian, Brad? Maybe it was, I don't know, Iranian. Because my Iranian accent's not that, it's probably about the same as my Italian accent. Probably indistinguishable. They could have been Spanish. You know? Maybe not French. I don't know. Just saying. So let's see, any exciting stuff? It was a bad accent. Yeah, I guess. Okay. That's just yet another charm of my channel. Although, I do tend to avoid doing accents a whole lot because I'm afraid it might be offensive to people. So I went camping last weekend. That was exciting. Did some paddle boarding. I had not been camping for like 5 or 6 weeks. It had been a long time. I've been paddleboarding though. We went paddleboarding a couple weeks ago down the Willamette, which is the river that goes right through the middle of Portland. It goes all over the place, but we actually went on the river in the area like where parts of it goes through like the city of Portland. It's pretty crazy. We're going under giant bridges and all sorts of like industrial surroundings. It was pretty neat. And the Italians here would have left by now. Okay, that's fair, Brad. And, hey, what's up, Cow Dizzle? Your 6-day vacation starts tomorrow. Oh, Evie, that's so exciting. That is so cool. Oh my gosh, 6 days. It sounds like forever. What's a glizzy gobbler? Cow? You're not an uneducated child. You know what the Willamette is. I didn't know what the Willamette was until I lived here. So, I'm very impressed, Brad, but I don't think one needs to be uneducated to not know what the Willamette is. That said, the fact that you do know what the Willamette is, I do find I owe you due credit for that, I feel. So, when I first lived here for a while, I knew the Columbia was what went between Washington and Oregon, and all these other rivers were like, it took me a while to figure out that was the Willamette, was the other one. And the crazy thing is, Willamette goes on forever. The Willamette also goes through the middle of Eugene, where my wife's family's from. Brad is a learned gentleman. That's right, Cow. Don't underestimate. Well, I know it is a famous river, but, you know, I don't think everyone is well-versed in famous rivers. So, like, I knew the Columbia River. Pretty much that's the only river I'd ever heard of in this region before I lived here. I'm trying to think. I can't think. There's the Colorado River in California. I think that's where a lot of our water comes from. There's the Mississippi River, and that's further east. And then beyond that, I don't know. I know there's other rivers. I can't think what they're called offhand. Rio Grande. There we go. And hey, Ashley. Hello, Ashley and Keith, a.k.a. Animal Lawyer. Hey, good to see you guys. The Columbia River is your favorite cocaine line. What does that even mean? Is that like a street term for some kind of drug thing? The Columbia River? Hey man, I did 2 Columbia Rivers. Breaking the lurk. Nice. It's 69. All right. That's fair. That's fair. Madros, thank you for doing the 69 flex. Breaking the lurk. You can go back to lurking if you want, but not that I don't want you to talk. You can talk too, whatever. But appreciate that. Yeah, I've heard of the Missouri, the Ohio, the Hudson, the Thames. That's in England. The Nile. Look at all these rivers I'm pulling out. I think that's all. Is there one called the Danube? I'm probably saying it wrong. I know there's some rivers. The River Kwai. There's I'm pretty much out at the moment. I know there's some more rivers that I actually have heard of. But there's one near here that we discovered. Well, it's been there forever, but we only recently discovered it for paddleboarding. Now I can't remember what it's called though. The Clackamas. That's become one of our favorite places to paddleboard because it's like a really gentle river surrounded by trees. So there's like, you can go along the sides and there's lots of shade and stuff. It's pretty cool. The Tigris and Euphrates. Yes, I've heard. Yep, I've definitely heard of those. The cradle of civilization. Wait, the Russian River? The beautiful Kami waters? I'm not familiar with the Russian River that flows through Sacramento. No. No, I don't think I am familiar with it. Maybe I've seen street signs when we've driven through Sacramento. Well, I'm from Southern California. And there are basically no rivers in Southern California. Rivers are not a thing. Like where I grew up, they would talk about going to the river. They were talking about like going to Arizona. It's like there were no rivers around where I was. It was not part of my culture growing up. Like, hey, let's go to the river. And then I moved to Oregon and it's like rivers and lakes everywhere. Rivers are like everyone's talking about rivers all the time. But where I grew up, there was just basically little dry creeks, and that's it. And nobody, well, we did go to the creek sometimes. But that was not like, hey, everyone, let's spend a day, let's bring the whole family down and sit next to the creek. It's like, not like a river or a lake or something. The creek that goes up to your ankles when you go inside. Oh yeah, we do have the Salton Sea. That's true. That was nowhere near where I lived. Well, I guess technically, I mean, a couple hours. There were a couple lakes, like where I grew up in San Diego. There were a couple lakes. We lived near a lake. But it was like, I don't think you could swim in that lake. You could fish and rent a boat. I don't think you're allowed to swim in it. No one's going to the Inland Empire on purpose. Is the Salton Sea the one that's like out past Indio, like past Palm Springs, if you're heading down towards Mexicali? I never got that far very often. Mostly stayed in San Diego, Los Angeles counties, and Ventura. That's where I spent the first half of my life, more or less. There was not a whole lot of going east, although I did live in Riverside County for a couple years. Which was, it's okay. So how's that Elder Scrolls going for you, Brad? You still playing Skyrim? I know you already said I can't take any credit for that, but... Oh, you grew up near Riverside and Fontana. Okay. Yeah, now, I don't know exactly where Fontana is. It's one of the many places that I heard the name but didn't know exactly where it was. But yeah, I know it's in that same neck of the woods. I lived in Moreno Valley, which is just east of Riverside. It's more deserty. And then I lived in Paris, which is south of Moreno Valley. That's Paris, P-E-R-R-I-S, not the famous French city. The small desert kind of crap terrible community in Riverside County. Where I actually had police knock on my door one morning because they thought some fugitive had fled into my apartment while I was sleeping. Like, no one's in here. Had guns out and everything. It's the only place that ever happened to me. I was like, no one's in here. Oh yeah, there is a Paris, Texas. It is spelled like the French Paris. Now, Riverside County, not near rivers. Now that I think about it, I wonder if there were any rivers over there. I mean, technically, like, in Los Angeles, there is the Los Angeles River, and it's just, like, rain runoff, but I don't know where they come off calling it a river. I remember watching a YouTube video they're like, the Los Angeles River, it's a little piece of nature in her backyard. And it's just like a big drainage gutter. That's like, if you ever watch movies where cars are racing inside like big drainage things, big scenes of like concrete drainage, that's the LA River. Almost always they film it there. It's a big drainage ditch. So Riverside's probably got one of those. It's probably the Riverside River. That's a dumb name for a river. I don't know what river was over there though. I never thought to ask. Never once. And I was like, where's the river? Just like, you know, the city of Los Angeles. It's like, where's the Angels? There's none. It's just like, they just thought of that name. And of course, San Diego means a whale's vagina. I never saw one of those. The city of Riverside doesn't appear to have a river. Yeah, somebody thought that was a cool name, I guess. Grand Rapids. The river does not have rapids. But it is a grand river. Okay, well, they got that. They got, at least, they're halfway there. You need a grand river before you can have grand rapids. 0.3 square kilometers of the city are covered in water. If that's a river, it's a tiny one. Yeah, I don't know. That could just be swimming pools, for all I know. A lot of swimming pools in California. The Santa Ana River runs through Riverside. Okay. Now that actually sounds familiar. I don't think I ever saw it. And again, well, I lived in Riverside when I was in my mid-20s for like 2 years. So I didn't grow up there either. So I think when you grow up in a place, that's when you're more likely to like be familiar with places where stuff like that, because it's stuff where when you're growing up, like the beach, if there's river, the mountains, or wherever it is around you. But like when I was an adult, it was just mostly about, I go to work, there's the mall over there, there's some movie theaters over there, and so these are where the restaurants are. It's like that's pretty much where I knew where stuff was. And of course, I was not really all that outdoorsy. Although, let me think about it. When I lived in Riverside, I did get on a slight camping kick for a little spell. One summer. It wasn't in Riverside, though. It was like, it's like maybe 45 minutes away. It's near, not Lake Havasu. Lake Elsinore, which is in Riverside County. If you go up in the mountains outside Lake Elsinore, there's like some little campgrounds that were kind of cool up in the hills there. You can also call the Santa Ana River Ria de los Temblores. I don't know what that means. It would be neat if you knew what temblores were. I don't know what they are either. I don't know. Maybe it's some kind of a tree. All I know is it's not a saint, I don't think. Tremors or earthquake? Okay, that checks out. That's another name for the river? Basically like Earthquake River? That's good time. That's good time. Alright. Both geographically and semantically. Yeah. Yeah, I wonder why they changed it later. Maybe they're like, you know what? I'm having trouble selling real estate near Earthquake River. Let's change it to something else. Let's see. Oh, I missed Evie's comment. You got to hang out with your friends yesterday. You played Mario Party 7, Quiplash 2, Drawful, Mario Kart on the Wii. It was so much fun. I'm glad you hung out with your friends yesterday and then you played Mario Party 7, Quiplash 2, Drawful, and Mario Kart on the Wii. And I'm happy to hear you report that it was so much fun. You're going to be visiting family from Sunday to Tuesday. It's the most time I've spent with them in a long time. Big grin. Alright, cool. That's cool. So, let's see. I got anything else going on? No other new stuff with me. I'm continuing to watch Discovery, Brad, which I'm still enjoying. About halfway through season 3 right now. enjoying the hell out of it. Maybe partially just to be in contrast to your dislike of it. But I'm authentically enjoying it. I think I just have lower standards than a lot of people. Yeah, it's called Star Trek Discovery. And it's about the Starship Discovery. I did have my Taco Bell. I had my Mexican pizza meal and my bonus burritos. Mexican pizza for lunch at noon. Bonus burritos sort of spread out throughout the late evening and afternoon. And Brad asked if I had hot dogs. Yes, I did have hot dogs. I had Nathan's hot dogs this time. I sort of go back and forth between Nathan's hot dogs or Hebrew National. And I actually had the last 2 Nathan's hot dogs this evening. So I had one burrito, and they're these dollar burrito, or they're value menu burritos. And I knew I needed to get rid of those hot dogs too. So that was my dinner. It was 2 hot dogs and a value burrito. I make you hungry now. I lost you at Star Trek. I've been a Star Trek fan all my life, Cal. You don't have to be. I'm not offended if you're not. That was like, I think it was funny. I remember when I was younger, like coming out of high school, I was huge into Star Trek. I had all the movies, and I was going through a phase where I just watched them over and over. And I remember, like, when I'd meet girls, I felt like I had to warn them. Now, I was never someone that went to the cons and dressed up in uniforms, although I probably would have really enjoyed having a Star Trek uniform. Still think about it sometimes. But I just remember when I would meet girls, one of the things, like if I started dating somebody, I felt like it was something I had to admit about myself. It's like, yeah, well, there's some things you should know about me. I really like Star Trek. I like watching the movies. I like quoting the movies. Maxie, did I swallow the hot dogs whole? No, I didn't do that. What, that'd be ruining it. Oh no, eating the Nathans is a slash to my face I don't have a Jewish heritage, but, you know, do you think it's offensive to Jews that I ate Nathan's hot dogs? I don't know. Are we sure Nathan's is not kosher? I didn't check. It might not be. I think some things may be kosher accidentally, you know? They're just like, hey, is that kosher? I don't know. What is it? Let's see. How do we make this? Oh, shit, yeah, it is. You checked. Okay, it's not. What's a glizzy gobbler? What's all this glizzy? Nathan's glizzies. Did I get the shit from the distress signal mission yet? No, I got the distress signal, but I was doing some other shit, so I ignored it. It's been on my quest log forever. A rabbi has to be involved. Oh, wait, for something to be kosher, it's not only has to meet certain dietary standard, but also, like, the rabbi has to come in and do some ritual on it, and it becomes kosherized. And eating all the beef is a slap in the face to my Hindu heritage? Man, how do I have all these heritages that I'm slapping into their faces? What about my Irish heritage? Is it distinct lack of potatoes? Have a slap in the face that I didn't have any potatoes with my. I ate meat instead. It was only 78 degrees when we went to work today. That does sound crazy. For mid-September? What kind of insanity is mid-70s? Late or high 70s? I don't know. I actually don't know. Is that weird? That doesn't sound like a crazy temperature for mid-September. But I don't know what things look like in Texas. I don't know when things start to cool off. I assume they'd start to cool off eventually. Winter is coming. That's right, just a man. I still actually have my AC on right now. It's 79 degrees right now. The sun's already gone down. Is it really still 79 outside? It's getting warm again. I think it's going to hit like 90s this week, this weekend. Look now. Yeah, it's 70. It was 89 high where I am right now. Tomorrow's gonna be 89, or yeah, it's gonna be 90. There's a big yo-yo. In the middle of the next week, it gets back down to the low 70s, pops back up to the low 80s. So, it's all right. To me, these are all very manageable temperatures. Like once you start getting above 90, it starts getting a little more like, that kind of sucks if you got to go outside. But I still, when it's been 80 the last couple days, 78, 79, when I get out of work, I've still gone for my nature walks. I walked 4 miles yesterday in 79-degree temperature. Of course, when I get into the forest, I think it's actually cooler once you get in the forest. So. Oh yeah, well, 85 with humidity. Humidity makes all the difference on how miserable something is. What the humidity is here. Humidity's 47%. So, yeah, that's not super high. Pretty moderate. It's different from growing up in Southern California. I didn't know this when I was living there, that basically Southern California, all of it is just a desert that's been well irrigated in the popular areas. It's a pretty, generally dry climate, though. So it was a little shock to my system coming to Oregon and feeling summers for the first time where there was some humidity involved, which I really wasn't used to. First time I saw on the forecast it was going to be like 90, I'm like, that's nothing. And then the sun came up and I was like, holy shit, this is uncomfortably warm. They have Halloween sugar cookies now, and you bought some last night. Well, it's super exciting that they have Halloween cookies now, and that you bought some last night. Let me see, what else exciting? I have my Huel every day, of course, Brad. My strawberry Huel. With my, well, it's only like 2 weeks almost. Just over 2 weeks till October. Oh, does that mean I'm gonna have to play scary games? Brad, does that mean that I gotta play Dead by Daylight? If you were in charge of my channel, what kind of games would you want to see me play for October? I know you don't want to see me play Dead by Daylight. You're still eating meat, nothing but meat. Hey, but it's working for you, isn't it, Maxie? Like, you're getting results. You want more Chilla's art games? I think I saw another one come out. I think I actually picked up a couple, like, rando indie games that looked pretty good. Now I can't remember what the last one was. Now I'm trying to... Let's see. Recent games... I doubt it's still going to show up in my recent games. No. I can't remember what it was now. La la. Can I sort them by... Sort by... Last played. Date added to library. Here we go. In Sound Mind. That's one that I was thinking of playing for October. Let me see. Yeah, I'm going to show you this. Just because, whatever. That's how I roll. You know how I do. I get distracted.
I am not paranoid.
It's a little loud.
I don't believe in monsters or myths. What
am I becoming? What a beautiful and fragile thing the mind is. How devastatingly strange it can be.
Don't you agree, Tanya?
You're not scared, Brad? Is that a condition? What you look for in a game is that if you're scared watching someone else play it? I just thought it looked really interesting. Battle Brothers is more scary. So October games should be scary. Okay. So you don't think that game passed the scary test? Not scary like, for example, Dead by Daylight. Let me see. Get any other newish ones? I'll have to look through. I haven't really even thought about it yet, but... Yep, there is I could always try for the alternate endings in the convenience store, Brad. I just looked over and saw Maxi. It's like, you better play the convenience store. There should be chill art games. You were not being sarcastic when you said that. Okay, but so the reason you actually want to see those games is not because you think they're awful games and you like to watch me suffer through awful games. It's because you actually think that that's like you enjoy watching those games, which I'm not saying they just definitely, I think, have their charm. Definitely have their, like, flavor. Yeah. Oh, they're janky as hell. Yeah. The writing is terrible and awkward, but sometimes that makes it even a little more creepy. Yeah, I'm gonna have to start thinking about... Gotta start thinking about special October games to try out. Because I hadn't thought about it at all. Honestly, this year, especially the last few months, has been so stacked up with what are, for me, just out of the ballpark games that I've been looking forward to, that I haven't thought about anything beyond them. Like, Baldur's Gate was on my radar, Jagged Alliance 3 was on my radar, and Starfield was the biggest game on my radar. And like after Starfield, it's like I don't even know. I was like, what am I going to play something after that? I think I'm just never going to play any other games again at that point. Okay, hold on. Starfield is the worst of the games you mentioned. Okay, I'm glad you don't hate this game. Hey, Brad, did you see the September Humble Bundle has the Forgotten City? Have you played that, or are you going to play that? That was one of my favorite games when I played it. I think in 2021, or it was either last year or the year before. That was one of my favorite games of that year. Yeah, and it's a special. I think it's a special game. What is Forgotten City? It's a little bit like Groundhog Day. You ever see that movie with Bill Murray? But it's someone from the present day who somehow gets transported to this ancient Roman city. But it's like the same day. It's the last day before like a cataclysmic, like the gods destroy it. And it's got this weird rule, like this city is watched over by the gods, but if any sin at all is committed in the city, it will be destroyed. So the whole game is you trying to figure out how to get them through this day without anybody committing a sin. If I'm remembering it right. And of course, things are going wrong left and right. But then, like, so then you realize, like, okay, if you do that, then that's going to happen. Or, you know, like, at 12 o'clock, this dude's going to do this thing at this place. So I got to make sure to be there. So it ends up being, like, Groundhog's Day. And it starts giving you options to talk to people that you've already spoken to. And just like, all right, let's cut the conversation for short. I know you don't think you've met me before, but I know X, Y, and Z, and I need to tell you these things right now. But it was really interesting, and yeah, I got totally into it. It's very cool, very fun. One of the games is furry shit. Let's see. I think Deceive Incorporated. I thought sounded interesting, but I'm trying to remember. Is that a multiplayer game? And Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, I'm marginally excited about that. I haven't finished all the other... That's just, yeah, the Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. I haven't played all the other... I keep wanting to call it Battlegrounds. What the hell is that series called? Borderlands. I haven't played all the other Borderlands, including the original Borderlands 2, like, expansion with Tiny Tina's, which I do have. I always liked that stuff, so I was, like, happy to see that added to the list. But, yeah, I think the big one was when I saw The Forgotten City. Brad, did you ever play Disco Elysium? That was from last month. But I wasn't sure if you... That seems like the kind of game you might like. I have it. I've had it forever. Who was the viewer of mine that was obsessed with Borderlands? I don't know. Now I can't remember. You had it forever and we got moderately far into it. I think I started playing it a couple times. And both times I thought, I can tell this game is really good. And it's a game that I'll really enjoy when I'm in the right mood for it. But then I've really felt like you gotta be in the right mood for this thing, for this game. And so far, I haven't been in the years that I've had it. That other one that came out last month, Road 96, is one that I almost bought once too. Road 96 looks interesting. I think that's like a quasi-procedurally generated hitchhiker story generator, like hitchhiker story thing. Looked interesting. Yeah, it's how much reading do you want to do? If it's basically just like a visual novel. But it does seem to have really interesting progressions, like the skills that you can choose and the effects and the options they give you look like they're just real interesting. And I don't think I've heard a single person that's played all the way through it that's had anything except stellar things to say about it. But I know I'm not always in the mood to play a game like that. You still don't like shooting things, so Tiny Tina is out for you? But you shoot things with a bow and arrow in Skyrim, Brad, won't you? Is that different? You shoot people with fireballs? I think you killed one of the bandits with your ice ray in Lost Mines of Phandelver. You shot people then. Or I shouldn't bring up Dungeons & Dragons. I know it's a touchy subject. Oh, magic is different. Okay. Because it doesn't have... Okay. And I could also see that, like, a bow and arrow in Skyrim doesn't have the same kind of, like... Doesn't have the same kind of implications that shooting people does in the 20th and 21st centuries. You never hear about a mass shooting with some archer going into a mall. Although there was a serial killer that killed people with a crossbow. But that was more of like a weird one-off thing. Yeah, there's not a lot of like... There's an active bowman in the mall today. It's like, I've never heard that story. All right. Well, we can continue being. We can continue talking mosily along. I am gonna launch the game. So we can have. Let me see, because we're 40 minutes in. You know, I could go a little longer before playing a game. Button to start. Let me see. I have added some mods this week. Not many. I did successfully implement an FOV mod, which I thought I had before, but I hadn't activated correctly. And I do have Star UI, which is the new UI. I think I tried to implement a couple other mods. They didn't take very... I don't think they took effect. I maybe didn't install them right. Apparently, Nexus Mod Manager is not always handling... For some reason, is not handling game installations correctly. Alright, where am I?
Need something?
Alright, I'm in the gambling city. You saved up enough to buy a Class C ship, but you don't have the pilot skills to pilot it? Let's see. I think I'm up to skill... It's such a... There's so many different skills that I want to level up. Oh, yeah, rank 4. Okay. I think I just activated rank 3. So... And, like, the last skill that I got... I just, like, the booster pack just seems sort of like such a fundamental game changer that I keep... Security? Nah. Yeah. There's just a lot of things that I would like to raise up. Just my basic ballistics. Persuasion. I usually... Whenever persuasion can be raised, I do it. I've been neglecting my stealth, my bitch tactics. Only a Class D pilot. No, I think the further in the alphabet you are, the more significant the ship it is. Hey, Chevy guy, how do I like the game so far? I really like it. I really like it. I'm a little perplexed about why this game has become such a, like, it's been so divisive, but I think it's just the way that games are. It looks like it's been getting review bombed too, but I don't know. I don't agree with everyone that's been, like, super against it. I can definitely understand how Bethesda games in general are not everyone's cup of tea. And I can understand how you could like a game like Skyrim, and because it's a whole different, like, the setting is so different and presented so differently, that you wouldn't automatically also like Starfield just because you like their other games. But this is scratching exactly... It's more or less exactly what I'd hoped it would be as I started learning more about what it was going to be. And I'm enjoying it a lot. It seems too technical in terms of all the functions. Yeah, I don't... That's an interesting... I'm not sure exactly what you mean. I know I've heard people saying that it's a mile wide and an inch deep, like it's shallow. It's expansive but shallow, which I kind of disagree with that. Because there's so many functions of the game going on. It's clearly not as good as Hobo Tough Life. Well, it's really hard to compare the two games, Brad. Oh, and that's reminded me, not the Hobo Tough Life, but I did want to get a gun. I've been going around with Sam Coe as my partner, and I wanted to trade out a weapon for him. I wanted to give him this tombstone. Let's see. Oh, there he is. Hey, buddy.
You need something? Share the wealth, right?
Let's see. This is... I want to give you this tombstone. Was this the one? I think so. It's a weapon with a... because I heard a tip lately, and that is They have unlimited ammo, so if you give them weapons that have really high rates of fire, they go to flippin' town. That's why I wanted to give them the, And this is probably not the highest rate of fire in the game. This one I have has a high rate of fire, but it's burst fire. Yeah, I'm gonna give him Tombstone. Oh, wait. The weapon I have on him now? The Tombstone's got higher DPS.
Yeah, I was done too.
Yeah, just don't get up on my account, Sam. You've heard of them giving them energy weapons is best? I hadn't heard that in particular. I've heard that might be true. I mean, there's a million bits of do this, don't do that, you know, type of advice videos out there. I know I have heard, particularly if someone has a skill in laser weapons, such as Sarah, that you want to give them laser weapons. And it may be true that laser weapons just end up being the best weapons. I have not heard that specifically. Doesn't mean it's not true. Alright. Now it's time to deposit the extra weapons that I am not carrying around. What kind of... Wait, I didn't even check what kind of ammo. I think you do have to give... I've heard mixed on this.
Hey, good to see you.
But I think I've heard you do have to give them at least some ammo for that weapon for them to use it. I don't know if that's true, though.
Hey, if you find a new pistol...
One person in a video said that, but then I've seen other videos where they made it sound like it wasn't a thing. Tombstone does 11 millimeter. Here, let me take those off your hand. Here, just give you... We'll give you 24. There you go. There, now he's got it. Alright, go to town with that gun now, Sam.
So long.
Alright, so I'm in the middle of doing the Rangers missions. And right now, we're looking for the heads of this, like... This old, like, war unit that went rogue. There was, like, a civil war 20 years ago or something. And this one unit, when it was time to make peace, said, screw that, we've lost too much. They were, like, the elite, super hardcore unit, and they basically went rogue and vanished. And now they're doing, like, they're starting to do some crazy shit behind the scenes. So I'm trying to find, like, what they're doing, why, their leader, who's leading them. And I think I got one of their bigwigs is a lady who is sick, and so I went to the hospital where I thought she might have been getting treated, and she had already just found out we were onto them, and so she took off. And I was able to determine where she said she was going to flee to. So that's where we're at now. And I have gotten partial to wearing the cowboy hat all the time now. Although maybe it's just because I'm hanging out with Sam Coe.
Escape trajectory plotted.
Alright. I still like doing everything, like not using all the fast travel options.
Orbit locked. Ooh, you just look at that view.
All this little travel stuff gives me joy.
Feedback checks out. We're in the right
Oh,
place.
hello. That was It's not exactly optimal. Alright, slow down a little bit there, brother. Oh. Yeah, if this is like a pirate ship, probably... Actually, now I'm not sure exactly what... All I know is she was coming here. I don't know what this place is.
Ship is now docked. Perfect. Didn't even smudge the paint.
See, there's a button where I could transport right out of the ship, but I prefer getting out of my chair and walking to the exit.
Pleasure.
I've done a little more remodeling in here. I got it set up so now that the exit down below and the exit when you're docking are on the same ladder. On my ship before, there were 2 separate rooms for it. And I also have now windows next to the ladder, so I can, you know, I can take a peek outside before I hang my derriere out there. Alright, so what exactly am I... Let's investigate the abandoned asteroid mine in pursuit of Maya Cruz, a technical genius and senior member of the First. She'd been staying at the clinic under an alias, but was warned that the Freestar Rangers were looking for her and fled to her hideout, an asteroid mine in the Sarkov system. You know what, Maxie? The windows began with... I did actually attempt to make a masturbatorium, but there was just no really good... There was really no good option for it. So I just added a few windows. But I actually did at some point have a dedicated module that just had a window in each wall on the side, in the front, and on the top, and on the bottom. But it just didn't have the same effect. And in the end, I decided all this is doing is adding mass to my ship, making it less maneuverable. It wasn't adding anything practical to it. So I was like, I'll just add some windows. If there was like a globe, like an observation globe, just all windows, like they have in Subnautica, I would definitely be making that stuff. Alright. It's a little presumptive for me to have my weapon out, but... Oh, is that Vasco? Alright, I guess we're probably safe right here.
Greetings, Captain.
Alright, that looks like a security camera. Oh, Huh. Is it gonna come after me if I open this up? A mannequin? Yeah, I'm not seeing any compelling reason to pick up any of these. Alright. Well, I guess that alleviates my concern that maybe these things start shooting at me if I took anything. This looks like another docking arm, probably. Clinic med response. Okay. Like an ambulance? See a video how to create a ship that resembles the Millennium Falcon? No, I didn't. I'm nervous with all of these turrets around. Hello, I'd like to check in, please. Is this a turret or just a camera? Just close the door. Just have to use this. There we go.
Heard your ship dock. If you are who I think you are, then you're here to bring me in. I had to warn you. I've had more than enough time to prepare for this. So either you leave now, or I'll be burying what's left of you.
Okay. Now this
If we
lady...
just had ourselves some good snow drifts, we could have a blast.
This lady is a true believer in her cause. So we're probably not going to be able to talk her into going against whatever fucked up shit that her unit's doing. Oh, you did this yesterday. Okay. Pack of cigarettes. For some reason, I still pick up cigarettes. Most junk, I just ignore. At this point. Navy fatigues. Calibrated lawgiver. That's got a pretty good weight to value. My Cruise. Yeah, that's who I'm going after right now. How many hours do you have in the game now? Actually, I'm not even sure how many I've got. Because my hour count that my game says is, like, completely not representative of how much I've actually played. Because I've put the game on so much while I haven't been playing. What is this here? Cobalt? Nope, not picking that up. Oh, damn! Okay. Maybe touching the sparking switch was a bad idea. Oh, 16 to 20 hours. So you're probably just a much more focused player than I am then. Because I'm pretty sure of actual game time, I probably got at least 40 to probably 50 hours, but I'm very meandering the way that I play games like this. And I do a lot of stuff like I'll walk around town like this. Like, la la, because it feels like, oh, look at all that, you know, whatever. I do a lot of bullshit that makes the game take longer than it should. Workbench. Gauge. Alright, this is just a nothing room. Oh, god damn it. I could probably, if I'd kept my head, have disabled those. So many side quests. And I do some side quests and I ignore others. What was that?
Big mistake, Val.
Guy's coming around the back. Oh, did he not? Where'd he go?
Me and my friend. This ain't over. Not by a long shot.
Did the thing run back here? Sam took it out.
Hope you don't mind. I let you skim that one.
I don't mind. I don't know what I'm ever gonna do with these bones. I should probably start selling some of this stuff. Is that a thing I can open up? No. Just making sure there's not some treasure chest or something I'm missing right here. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, there's definitely no shortage of things to do here. Got Sam, go ahead. Why don't you just walk right in front of my beam?
I am engaging the enemy. System failure.
No, she didn't kick my ass to the curb. I just figured once I've maxed out somebody's story, because I enjoyed the character stories, I'm just gonna go to another person's story. Although I'm not gonna romance Sam Coe. And also, just since I'm doing the Rangers and I'm doing all the stuff that has to do with Sam Coe's, he knows all these people and places. Just makes sense to me that he'd be the guy that I bring along. Oh, med pack. Never pass up a med pack. Here we go. A dead security camera. But I never did take things with Sarah to the last step. There's like some one final step you could take them to, like marriage. And I pretty much stopped short of doing that. So there is a little more if I wanted to with Sarah. I could take things a little bit further. I opted not to, because I still like to reserve the chance of, you know, putting her aside if I decide there's someone else I want to romance. I like Sarah, don't get me wrong, but you know. Alright. Is this... I could take the elevator down. That seems awfully abrupt. I don't know what's down there.
I think this would be a hell of a place for a seance. Knock once if you hear us, spirits. No?
Why you gotta be so corny, Sam? I thought you were gonna be more like Han Solo. That's some really goofy humor there. I'm not gonna tell you not to do it, but just didn't expect it. All right, so my combat tactics are just stand there, get shot, basically. Not the best.
Waste not, need not.
All right, here's something else nasty over here. Oh, there it is. No. Actually, yeah, for the money. Alright. No, I don't need any more cutters. Ooh. Oh, digipick! Yeah, I'm always about another digipick. Alright, not sure I care for whatever that is. It's not alive, okay. The digipick, I'm all about it. I'm no longer collecting food. Med packs always. Oh, security computer. I'll bet this controls the robot that I just destroyed. Let's see. That works there and nowhere else. That works there and nowhere else. Okay, so I'm fairly convinced that I found these two. All right. Open door. Well, let's have a look at this. Is it better than Grand Spacesuit? But Grand Spacesuit is pocketed, and it looks cooler. It's cut significantly. I'm gonna stick with what I got. What gun am I using? I should use the Red Ryder BB gun. I am using... Basically, I've been trying to find silenced weapons through just basically looking through vendors. So I haven't found anything like amazing. So I'm using an Assassin's Beowulf, which is basically, you know, like an assault rifle, but it's got a suppressor. Since I can't mod things yet, I don't have the skills to add suppressors to things. He'll shoot your eyes out. So that's sort of my main weapon. And then I'm using a calibrated for my long range. I'm using a calibrated lawgiver, which is, you know, sniper rifle. Now that I'm looking at it, the DPS, well, it's because it doesn't shoot fast. Per shot, it shoots a lot more. And then I haven't really been using the other stuff. I do have a suppressed pistol. Was there something back here? I just opened a door, so I half expect there to be something that I've already walked past that I just opened.
Company, I think.
All right, starting to think things are going to be decidedly less long distance.
I thought I heard.
Let all the rest of his friends run away?
Life in all its messy, gooey splendor.
I think I saw one run around this corner over here. Now I'm curious. All these bones I keep collecting. I guess that would be a resource. Yeah, the structure bones. I guess I'll keep collecting them a little bit, but I'm just not sure. I'm not even sure I'm really gonna do crafting in this playthrough. Alright, before I get carried away. I feel like I'm going to the next room. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. Oh, god damn it.
Going all caveman.
Alright. You'll shoot your eye out, kid. Alright, there's the elevator that I did not opt to take down. There was, in fact, a big ugly bug right there. Could barely see it. Hey, it's Mega Eevee 7! Boy! Mega Eevee 7. Not the best Eevee. Not bad either. How you doing, man? Alright, this is officially the way to go now. I think for my next skill point, I might want to up my stealth ability. I feel like stuff is seeing me really easily. I'm glad you is good. Glad to hear. I'll bet Mega Eevee 7 doesn't want to see me shoot my eye out. Eye is fine. Thank you for asking. Whoa! Alright, son of a bitch. It's hard to be stealthy when you're carrying a big-ass flashlight around. Everyone wants that. Well, that's why Brad wants me to use my Red Ryder BB gun. Oh, crap. Oh, it's a turret. What I would like to do is see if I can sneak to wherever that turret's being controlled from. Oh, now Sam's gonna ruin everything. Be very disappointed if I went through all these shenanigans and there's no terminal to control that thing. Would I ever play a Fire Emblem game? I'm forgetting, did they ever release those on PC? I wouldn't say that I wouldn't, like I would avoid it. I've seen them, they do have their aspects of those games that I find interesting, that I like, the turn-based type of stuff. But when I have seen them, I've also never been like super excited at the prospect of them either. I couldn't remember if that was a series that randomly does get added to PC or not. Alright, this is just absurd. I mean, all I needed to do really was give it a good shoot. Alright, I feel better now because I did... Usually I'll shoot a bunch of turrets, and then I'll immediately find the computer that would have made it so I could reprogram them to fight for me. And then a bunch of other enemies attack that I would have really loved to have the assistance of those turrets with. But this time I just lost half my health. This is starting to feel like a place where an artifact is, but I don't think it is. No, I did not know that whales can explode. At least not naturally. Technically anything can explode if exposed to the right, you know, the right environmental pressures, including like a bomb in their belly. Blowing up beached whales has been a thing for a long time, so they don't just sit there and slowly rot. But so yeah, that makes sense. But like if a whale's just swimming around, and all of a sudden, like it ate the wrong thing, and just like boom, like it ate too much garlic or something. And I haven't heard of that kind of. All right, Sam. Another cutter. I guess this is a mining facility. It definitely feels like I'm going that way. Oh, there's like a whole down there thing. Alright, then before I go down there, I'm gonna check in this room over here. Sam, are you ruining my shit? Okay. Something just almost saw me. I have no idea where it is or who or what, but... I probably can't even... Let's see. Here, this has 3 little doohickeys. That can't work there, but it can work there, and it can't work there. So this thing can only work here. It bloats till it goes boom because of the gases they emit. Oh, it bloats until it goes boom. So you're saying that the internal gas buildup can cause it to explode. That I had not heard of before. Gonna do a little bit of that, and maybe a little bit of that. You know what? Oh, screw it. I'm just gonna do that. I like it. Makes me feel good. I like that. Don't care for that. I probably already screwed this up. Alright, there might have been more efficient ways of getting this done, but this works for me.
You're in.
What did I win? A trauma pack? That's good. Some grenades. Yes. An ammo case. Alright. Harvested organs. Ooh. Contraband, you say. Now, the thing is, I'm a ranger, and we're supposed to go against smugglers, but I'm just confiscating it. Because we don't want the bad guys to win, you know? And I'll sell it to the Trade Authority, because they can be trusted. Alright, I think that was all that was in this room. And then what is this thing? What happens if I click this? Alright, something knows exactly where I am. Oh, god damn it. If I could keep my cool a little more, I might actually try and disarm some of those things. Alright, I'm gonna save my game. I think I see another one over there. There! See, I got that one. Alright. Didn't even shoot my eye out a little bit. Yeah, I'll take it. I don't know what that stuff is, but I'll take it. It's in a treasure chest. It's gotta be good, right? I feel like I need some night vision goggles, because,
A good empty cave can be fun. Keyword there, empty.
I don't like having to use my, my flashlight in order to see while I'm trying to be stealthy, you know?
You can make a mint off animal parts sometimes.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, first aid, trauma bag. Yeah, there's all sorts of cool stuff here. And not that hard quality, though. It's another elevator. And I should probably just take the elevator down. Oh, look at this nonsense. Gravity's not that much of a thing here. Alright, somebody's... Oh, shit. Alright, so this is not optimal. Alright, sniper rifle's not like big. Uh-oh, okay. So I just sit here and get shot. That's how I roll.
Scratch one. Time to tango.
My getting shot is the combat you crave. I'm glad there's a silver lining to all of this for you, Brad. I don't know where everyone else is. Apparently a bunch of things know where I am. Oh my lord. Oh god damn it. Here, this is update friend foe settings, please. Recalibrate so everything likes me. And activate the units. Any more terminals for me to hack? Oh, that was it. Oh, there he is. Just walk right out. Oh, hey, Chris, what's up? You just want the 45 seconds? I think I'm not living up to the hype because this is one of those games where when I start playing it, sometimes I forget I'm streaming. I don't know, I'm not aware of it. Are there long periods of time where it's like, I don't say anything? Because that's not normal streaming behavior for me. But sometimes I feel like when I play a game like this, I'll just be quiet for 5 minutes without realizing it. Brad wants to see if I'll use a BB gun and shoot my eye out. Hey, alright. I haven't been walking past a whole bunch of other cool shit, have I? I don't think so. Yeah, I've been pretty good. Ooh, Pinball League. Sounds fun. Oh, scratching my hand.
Take the good stuff. Leave the rest.
I'll take the ammo and leave the heavy shit. Cutter tray. Oh, uh-oh. What was that? There's another potential ally I just blew up. Oh, she's not even gonna have a discussion with me, huh? Sam, dude, I just threw that grenade in there, brother. Oh, is she gonna let us talk to her?
Well, what are you waiting for? Finish it.
Am I not here to kill her? I'm not here to kill you.
You might not think so now, but it's likely to end up that way.
Yeah, probably.
How about I make this real simple for us both? I've got maybe a few weeks to live, and I ain't spending them behind bars. You want to put an end to me here and now? Then fine. Get it over with. Life's kicked me around enough as it is. But if you want to let me die on my own terms, then leave me in peace.
I'm just get personal with her. How's life kicked you around? Go ahead, tell me your story.
I've been abused or abandoned by everyone I ever got close to.
I'm different.
Gave up on people and put my faith in machines instead. Wasn't until I came to the 1st Cavalry and met Major Hull that I felt I could trust someone again.
I'm not leaving until I get some information about the 1st. Oh no, you were in school? Okay, well, you're excused from being late then. That's a legitimate excuse. Just this once, Mr. Ashry.
Well, how about a test? Rangers are known to be handy with a gun. But here's a problem you'll have to solve with your brain instead. I've encrypted this slate. If you can crack it, you'll learn something useful. Now get out of here and leave me in peace.
All right. Well, does leaving in peace involve not taking your shit? Because I feel like you've got a lot of shit that I can take. We just consider you defeated for looting purposes. Remote control turret computer. Yep, I'm guessing there's no more turrets. Nope, no signal. Whoops, whoopsie daisy. You got an F. Your test was really bad. Uh-oh. That didn't sound good. I still have stress dreams about going into a test that I'm not ready for. What is that? I'm gonna leave you to die on your own terms, but I'm gonna make sure to loot everything that I find of value. You really don't have a lot of stuff, do you? Alright. This your secret exit? Yeah, this is exactly where I just was. Alright. I thought maybe there was gonna be a... Oh, maybe it's over here. Like a shortcut back to the surface. Not have to go back all the way that I came. And this looks like this might be it right here. This does look like a loot room, though, if I ever saw one. Nope, I'm no longer collecting beer. Oh, okay. Here's some stuff. I'll skip the 10 iron, but take everything else. Surgical strike. What is this that I just picked up? Oh, that was the name of the quest of surgical strike. Apparently I got a badass knife that I'm never gonna use. What I've been using... I do always keep, the rescue axe. Deals 30% damage on the next attack after hitting a target's limbs. I never use... Well, you know what? I'm gonna take it. Where I'll replace the, It's better than the axe. I might as well. If I'm gonna keep a melee weapon on me, having one that's lighter and does more damage is optimal. I could try eating the knife. It's a great idea, Brad. I'll bring it back to my kitchen, see if we can whip up a nice tasty dish. With perhaps the knife as the primary ingredient. Knife a la mode, perhaps? Little dessert knife.
Jackpot. Yes.
Robot model A. Alright, I just feel like I may have walked right by some stuff. Credits, I'll take that. Not so fast. I'm not gonna loot the weights. That's bad, it's bad value per weight ratio. Here's some credits, though. Always take me some credits. More credits. A frost wolf. These sound good. What was that thing I just picked up? Some kind of a suppressed weapon. An assassin's refined kraken. It's a pistol. It's a pistol that's not as good as the pistol that I've got. Alright. Still worth a pretty penny. I'll hold on to it just to sell it. I am actually a lawyer. More or less, technically. I have a license to practice law in the state of California. I went to law school. my job has the word attorney in the title. But I don't do the things that you would consider that, like, when you think about lawyers. I don't go to court or do any of that stuff. I'm just at a job that features attorney in the title, that you have to be a lawyer in order to get hired into. And then, yeah, I do make sure everyone needs to call me Esquire. I don't know if it's douchey. I do have Esquire in my email signature at work. But I just noticed that I work on a project team of attorneys. I noticed the other attorneys put Esquire on their name. Is it douchey? Maybe it is. For me, it was sort of just like a go with the flow thing. If all the people who were attorneys put Esquire after their name where I work, then I'm just like, well, I don't want to not have Esquire because, you know, everyone else does. Yeah, I'll take that shit. It's anachronistic. I don't know. I mean, it still seems like it's where I'm working. People are still using it. And there's email signatures. People don't introduce themselves with the word Esquire. Wait a minute. Did I go up here? I don't think I did. There's a whole room I didn't go up into. Dish rag, huh? Well, so far, I don't think I missed anything up here. Food. No, I'm no longer collecting food. I've realized, aside from, like, the hard liquors that give me persuasion bonuses, I really don't use the food. I work with people with no sense of shame. So do you think less of me now, Brad, to know that I use Esquire in my signature at work? You're like, I thought you were a decent guy, but now I think you're a douche. Or you're like, I always thought you were a douche. So, nothing's changed. Don't worry, T-Law. An old Earth flip lighter. Well, that's got a pretty... It's a tenth of a unit of weight and it's worth $6.55. I'll take that. It's unconditional. Okay, I appreciate that, Brad. Some slippers. Alright. Hey, look, it's Nick! How you doing, Nick? How's your... You're still playing Baldur's Gate, right? How's your Baldur's Gate going? I'm still enjoying my Starfield. Alright. Alright, nothing mind-blowing up here. There are sealed containers. Bottle opener. Cards. Celery and lemon. I'm not even getting the basic ingredients anymore. Med pack. Yes, always grabbing the med packs. And digipicks. Always grabbing the digipicks. Alright, so it's kind of coming up here. Don't give a shit about the jumpsuit. That's like the worst. You get, if you walk into some place and there's a treasure chest and you're like, oh, cool, what's in there? There's fucking celery. Celery is one of the worst vegetables. Alright, just take it. Alright, Sam, let me know when you're ready to go, brother. He's just like, he's done. He's tuckered out. Poor fella. Alright. Here, I'll just... I watch over you while you sleep, Sam. Here, let me turn this light off. It's rude. Alright. That was enough. Get up, Sam. Time to go. You're so hooked on Starfield doing dumb tasks on New Atlantis? I haven't been to New Atlantis for a little while. Celery is a key ingredient made in cuisines, such as Cajun and French. Okay, that's true. Okay. I have actually realized that I do like celery in certain things. But in terms of vegetables to pick up and eat raw, celery is one of my least favorites. As opposed to like a carrot. I can get into a carrot. I get into some tomato a little bit, usually maybe with some salt and pepper, you know, whatever. But a celery? Well, sometimes, yeah, it's a stringiness of celery, honestly. Because I've had celery sometimes and been, like, enjoyed it with the right stuff. But, and I think some celery I've had has been better than others when it comes to that stringiness.
Cora's already finished the pre-flight checklist. That's my girl.
Alright. Eggplant is dangerous uncooked? I never heard of that, but then I can't recall if I've eaten raw eggplant before. I don't think it is. I've never eaten eggplant just like an apple or anything, though. I've always had it with other stuff, and when I've had it with stuff, I've enjoyed it. That's definitely not something I seek out where I'm like, ooh, eggplant! It's just like, alright, it's okay. I can't think of the last time I had eggplant, but I'm thinking like eggplant parmesan type thing. That's not bad.
We're loose.
Alright. Did I, as long as I'm here, I might as well, you know, scan the only other celestial body here. Oh no, Chris. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Grandmother passed away this morning. She's elderly and had no quality of life, so you're happy she passed away peacefully and you can move longer or move forward with. Okay. Yeah, I guess it's makes a difference what their life is like when they go. But I've never found it easy to say goodbye. That's the thing that I always thought, like, oh well, if I have a grandma and she lives to be 100 years old and then she dies, I'll be like, good for her. And I will feel that way, but still at the same time, it's like sad that she's gone. But it doesn't have that tragic feeling, like, you know, if they live a long life. Wait, did I did not scan. Oh my God. Extreme environment. Alright, that's all I'm doing for now. Alright, I think we're just back to Aquila City to have this thing analyzed. Yeah? Oh, I forgot about the contraband. Uh-oh. Yeah. Oh no, I meant to accept the hail, not get out of my chair. Son of a bitch.
Be advised, you have been identified as a known criminal. Respond immediately or we will all ships. We have a hostile in
No,
orbit.
dude.
This is a Free Start Guard ship. What are you thinking?
All right. All right. Where are we gonna go? Can I go to Wolf system, please? Uh-oh, hold on. Wolf system. I'm losing my cool here. Okay. This could have been avoided if I just remembered I had contraband. Let's go to the den. Can I get there? Jumping is currently disabled. Alright. Well, let's do something about that, shall we? Alright, we go to the den now. Oh, it's disabled. So, wait, I thought I could get away.
Oh no, you're not getting away.
The fact that I meant to answer their hail means I might do a reload. If this gets out of hand. Well, if they kill me, I'm gonna have to do a reload.
Direct hit to the grab jump. It's offline.
It was already offline, you
We
minute.
have
Alright.
full jump capability.
I even tried to find a way to rebind the get up key to something else. Because so many things, when you're in the pilot seat, you press E. Sometimes you hold it down. Alright, I'll take the mistake.
Our scan detected contraband on board. Halt and prepare to be boarded. All illegal and stolen goods will be confiscated.
Damn it. Yeah, here, take the
Copy
ship.
that. Stay on course while we escort you in.
I was just holding it for safekeeping. I didn't want any criminals to get it. I'm one of you guys.
Don't break the law. You're good in my book.
Alright. It's all misunderstanding, you know? Misunderstandings. According to Google, it is safe to eat raw eggplants in moderation, but some people might be sensitive to solanine, whatever that is. And consumed in large amounts, it can be toxic, so people are allergic. Okay. That's like me and kimchi. Oh, I've never been to jail before. I'm like, now I just need to go, oh, that's prison. It's its own building. Okay. Well, off to go to the ranger station. It's like leaving the jail and going to the police station.
Chunks is such an eyesore in Aquila. But, well, I can go for some chunks.
Yeah, it's like the McDonald's of the Starfield galaxy. Chunks. They got all the different funny chunk names. Chunk Sauvignon. It's good. It's wine. It's a chunk. Oh.
Hey, deputy.
I didn't say misunderstanding correctly? Whoops. Really?
Helga says I spend too much time at my terminal. She's probably right. Hey there, Deputy. Way I hear it, you've been keeping busy jumping from one side of the Freestar Collective to the other. How do you like the job so far?
It's good to be out there making a difference. We won't talk about how I got, you know, I just got sent to jail for smuggling contraband.
That's good to hear. So, what brings you by?
Wait, why are we bringing up the D&D game right now? Inside a memory hold of D&D. Oh, misunderstanding! Okay, I see what you're saying now, Brad. You're saying if I say the word misunderstandings, I should say misunderstandings. Like that. Took a second. Your grandma's 86 and you love her, you put devastated if she passed any time. Yeah,
this got a little awkward.
Hold on, I'm going to finish this. But I think I will say, I've seen when people are really, really sick and they die after being really, really sick. And that still hurts, it's still hard. But I can definitely understand that, like, they weren't... It's not even that they were just sort of like, oh, feeling bad. They get to the point where they're just not... They have zero quality of life. Like, they can't talk. They can't, you know... They can't do anything except be there and basically trapped in their body. Then that's where I'm like, all right, this whole... I mean, it's the whole thing is bad, but they gotta... It's time, you know?
So...
all right, hold on.
Yeah.
I got another encrypted slate for you.
Well, what do we have here? Well, this is new. Very interesting indeed. I'll see what I can do. If you can get me another one of these, it'll give me more context for the encryption and should speed things up.
What about the first one I gave?
In the meantime, you be careful out there, Deputy.
I gave you...
I've heard, these mercs mean business.
Yeah, I do. But I gave you the other one. What about the other one that I gave you?
I specialize in cryptography.
I guess he's...
Smugglers use coded
guess
slates,
he's
so
done.
Comes in handy.
I didn't just gain a level, did I? Nah, I didn't. Oh, there was another lead on this. Go to the Red Mile. Okay, I'm gonna do that.
I'm proud to be helping.
I still can't believe that I forgot about the contraband. Yeah.
If you're looking for the Rangers, check the upper levels or the canteen.
These Rangers are small.
I would guess bad like Skyrim. It's just a flat-out experience point to gain the level. The difference is level gains are expressed. I don't think like your hit points or anything go up, like things like that per level. That's how Morrowind was. In order to raise your level, your skill levels though, you have to use them, but in a more practical manner. Like, so for example, for me to raise my stealth to the next level, I would have to have performed 20 sneak kills before it's unlocked for me to get to the next level in that. And then it's got the tier system, so you can't unlock the lower ones, so you get, you know, 5 of the one before it. But and some of these don't level quickly, like Persuasion. Succeed in 10 speech challenges in order to go up in Persuasion. You don't get speech challenges all the time. As opposed to piloting is destroying ships. Now there's a simulator in the military headquarters where if you shoot the ships in the military, if you destroy ships in the simulator, it counts as progress for this perk or for this skill. So that's an example of something like, yeah, you got to grind it a little bit, but it's not just like, well, I think in Skyrim, I guess it was similar. You got the actual skill points for using it, and then you had to have a certain amount of skill points to buy the associated perks, which these are more like the perks. Save a bunch. You still have chests to unlock and ships to take home. That was it, Creek Moon? If anyone knows a way to get rid of that heart emoji thing, it really irritates me. It's on the chat. It's on the bottom right corner of the chat, at least on PC. And it blocks like the last word on the right. Very irritating. But I don't think I'm familiar with Creek Moon. All right.
Rock might have some work for someone like you.
Yeah, they do actually. I'm deep into working for them already. I just came out of there. How have you not heard of me? I'm the deputy that got put to jail for smuggling contraband. Oh, Creep Moon. Okay.
Welcome to Aquila City is bustling. One of the busiest trade authority branches in the galaxy.
Yeah, let's see your...
I'm sure something will catch your eye.
Let's see. First off, always see if they got Digipix for sale. Always buying the Digipix. Any, nope, nothing there I need. Always checking for the 45 ammo. Nope. Okay, let's sell some of these extra weapons. Wait a minute. Okay, no. Okay. I was afraid I was selling one of my things. Rescue axe. Getting rid of the old rescue axe. Getting rid of the trucker spacesuit. Picked up an extra helmet in the middle of all that. The cigarettes, the lighter, yes. All right. You have so much drama going on in New Atlanta. Uh-oh. The reason, I mean, the metagaming reason is just that all of the faction storylines are supposed to be pretty cool. And I actually like the concept of being like a space cowboy, like sheriff. I think it's an interesting concept. And so that's why I'm doing it. Because, and in fact, I've heard that the faction storylines are better than the main quest line. So I'm doing it because that's where some of the best parts of the game are. Oh my god, look, it's Joss. The streamer can uncheck live reactions, but I don't know anything about that. Not sure what that's referring to, but it's great to see you, Joss. The faction quests in Skyrim are kind of bad. I think, again, that's all a matter of opinion. I liked the faction quest in Skyrim. Well, I liked the Thieves Guild quest series. I liked the Assassin's quest series. The Fighters Guild series was okay. The most problem I had with that is that there was a portion of it, there was a scripted event that was bugged, that broke in my first playthrough, so I didn't get to play it till like much later. The Mages Guild, I don't know. Yeah, I agree. Like in Skyrim, where it seems like you go out in a couple quests and all of a sudden you're the boss of everything. I don't know if that ends up happening in these. You become sort of like, oh, look, you're the new guy that's been doing all this stuff. It seems to me that there's more substance to the faction quest line. Like, I think any one faction quest line, and from what it seems like to me, would be large enough to be its own game from some developers in terms of the amount that happens in them. All right, was I selling anything else? Yeah, I think I'm good. Oh, wait, I did want to see if he had any charisma drugs. That's one thing I got to keep looking out for. Paramore, that's the one I like. And what's the other one? There was one other one that I liked. Yeah, like hippo something. I don't see that one here. All right. To get rid of the heart. Streamer can uncheck the live reactions. Okay. Community moderation, participants, toggle time stack. And chat. I'm not going to delve too deeply into this. I'm not seeing anything on the chat itself. I'm going to see if I can change the stream settings. There's so many options and I haven't even looked at them in like 5 years. Customization, live reactions. Here we go. Boom. All right, I'm going to redo the chat. Well, hot damn, Joss. Joss, you saved the day. That heart, and I presume that's the same for everybody. If you refresh the chat, the heart will be gone. If there's anyone that really loved seeing their words obscured by a giant flippin' heart, you know, we can talk about putting it back. But, thank you, Joss. I probably could have. That's true, Brad. I probably could have looked it up. All right. Oh, hello. You know what? You know what I think for you guys I should do? I'm going to go back to this Emporium here, and I'm finally going to ask the guy about him looking tired. Remember how it was last week? I was like, I don't want to get caught up in his story.
I get all kinds in here. Rangers, traders, locals, tourists. They all come to me for supplies.
Well, the thing is it really irritates me in the moment, but not enough to look it up while I'm streaming, and not enough for me to remember that it was an issue after I'm done streaming, is the thing. Every time I noticed it in a stream and it covered up someone's word, I would get irritated, though. All right, you seem tired.
Exhausted, more like. It's just me running things here. Makes for some real long work days. Of course, that's in addition to the special orders, trade contracts, and supply arrangements that I deal with on a daily basis. I also work with the Council of Governors, the Trade Authority, the Freestar Rangers.
Wow, this dude.
You name it. Feels like I'm providing a service to the city while trying to run a business. So yeah, I don't get a lot of sleep.
I thought it was going to end up being some randomly generated quest. But you know, you could help me out by delivering these boxes to such and such outpost on this planet. What do you got for sale?
Take a gander.
Firstly, you got Digipix. Yes, you do. Gotta buy the Digipix. Secondly, you have the talkie drug that I like. Paramore. Nope, you have potato. That's not Paramore. You got cheese. Alright, yeah, you just got like regular stuff. You got 45? Yes, you do have 45 ammo. Do you have any snazzy suppressed weapons? No, apparently not. The guy can't make eye contact. Yeah, it's true. A lot of people feeling very, very shaky. How you doing, Sam?
Man, the galaxy's too big to be stuck in the same place.
You got anything interesting for me, Sam?
My junk is now, well, your junk.
Oh, thank you for this. He just is like, I found this xenon gas. Here. Yeah, thanks, Sam. Alright.
Take it easy.
Yeah, it's good talk. Good talk, my friend. Alright, now we're going to another place, and I think I heard that this place is where you can buy shielded cargo holds, too. For your ship.
Evening, sir.
But it's... I had 2 leads for investigating this company. Is it... how you liking Baldur's Gate 3? You still into it, Joss? Honestly, if Starfield hadn't come out and I pretty much always I always knew whatever was going on in my gaming life when Starfield came out, I was just going to play Starfield.
Hello.
I made that decision quite a long time ago. I'm trying to think, did I make any changes to my ship? Not from the exterior that you can tell. I expanded, this is some extra cargo I added. I did try to build the masturbatorium, but it just didn't. They just didn't have the right components for that to look good. So I just added some windows. Oh, you never got into it for the last couple days. You were too busy with Starfield. Okay. Did you get sort of tired of Starfield? Or did you finish it?
I'm working hard, Captain.
Yeah, so I could stand right here. But it's not the same as the one in Subnautica. And there's a child present, so I probably shouldn't. Then there's these two. As long as we just, you know, we just close the door. Here. Keep the kid in there for a minute. Oh, you played a session with Nick and got hooked. Yeah, I forgot that you can even do multiplayer on that.
Sure. I've got a minute.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You were playing off of your cousin's account for Starfield. They do have Starfield on Game Pass now too.
Restart collective space. Maintain your current course while we scan for contraband.
Yep. I wouldn't be foolish enough to fly around with contraband.
You're cleared for landing at Aquila City.
I actually just took off from Aquila City. Let me make sure that I'm, yes, going to the Red Mile. I'm tracking Marco Graziani, head of a smuggling cartel and senior member of the First. Marshal Blake suggested I talk to Ranger Autumn McMillan, who's been trying to crack Marco's smuggling operation. She's currently at the infamous Red Mile Cantina on Porima 3. Okay, so that's where I'm going. Really? Game Pass doesn't work correctly? Doesn't work on your PC? That's weird. I mean, I don't doubt you, but it seems strange. I know I had trouble with Game Pass originally sometimes, like, but mainly it's because I have 2 different drives and I had a hard time getting it to install to my D drive. It was always fighting with me. But I never could just simply not use it. Oh wow, it refuses to launch games. Weird. Huh, okay. Alright, well, here we go then.
Switching over to standard engines.
Uh-oh. Oh, dude! Son of a bitch. Yeah, whoops. Get back in your damn chair. I was trying to activate... I was just trying to try and activate targeting mode. Wow, they just kind of flew right in front of my radars.
All in a day's work for you, Steph. Not everyone would have stuck their necks out for a patrol. Thanks.
Literally right in front of me.
Any way we can repay you?
Last time I asked for salvaging right, there was no salvage. So, how about credits?
You bet. Here's some credits. You take care out there.
If it turns out there is also salvage, I will take that as well. Yeah, there is. They don't seem to give a crap about that either. But yeah, last time I felt a little burned because I was like, the salvage is enough for me. And then there wasn't any. Iron and not iron, but platinum. I'll take the platinum. Really, let's get a little closer here. Oh, yeah. Oh, crap. Okay. Yeah, I'll take it all. Well, the thing is, I said, you say, I'll just take the salvaging rights. That's enough. And I thought it was like, maybe that meant it was either or. But apparently, it's just like your way of refusing the reward. Which I'm like, well, no, I'll take the bounty on shooting bad guys. Why the hell wouldn't I? Alright, let's scan this place. Alright, and we will land at the Red Mile. Hey, it's Matus. Field call lawyer hot star here out call. Exactly, Matus. I couldn't have said it better. I didn't either. There's my schnazzy ship in full daylight. The Red Mile. I feel like this place goes well with my cowboy hat, for sure.
Please tell me you aren't gonna run the Red Mile.
How can I be of service, Captain?
Why am I not in a suit right now? Alright. He's in a suit. Am I not wearing a suit? No, I'm wearing Grand's suit. And helmet. It's just weird because normally if he's not wearing anything, I'm not wearing anything either.
Before the Red Mile Bloodsport thing, this used to be a decent place.
I don't know what that means to run the Red Mile. I thought that was a joke.
Play by the house rules, or you'll find yourself on the other side of an airlock without a helmet.
I am apparently on the other side of an airlock without a helmet already. But like when for example, when I go to Mars, when I'm outside, I'm wearing the spacesuit because basically the thing is, well, maybe it's because there's no loading screen for this. But in Mars, when I'm outside, I'm in a spacesuit. And then when I go into Sidonia, the spacesuit is gone. And it seemed like this planet was the kind of environment that would be similar to that. Like outside is a bad no-no, wear your shit, but then when you go to a place where you don't need it, it disappears. I have it. Oh, I do have it set to not show and settle? Yeah, I do. Right? Hold on. Let me double check. Because the two options are you wearing it all the time, right? Or show spacesuit and settlements. It's either hide it or show it. Historically speaking, it would have been not worn outdoors, and then I wear it when I come inside. But usually there's a loading screen. All right.
Slip away without paying your check.
I was just going out for some fresh air. I even told the bartender. You can ask her yourself.
Fresh air, huh? On a planet with no atmosphere.
That's enough, Stalker. Lower your weapon. We don't shoot guests over a misunderstanding.
Misunderstanding.
Sir, please return to your table. It's bad practice to leave our establishment without paying your bill first. If you need some fresh air, pay up, go outside, and come back in and start a new check when you're ready.
I'm sorry, but I didn't think it would be a problem.
You were wrong. Dead wrong.
That's enough. I think the gentleman understands. Now let's all go back inside, shall we? And Stalker, you and I are going to talk about this later.
Uh-oh.
I can't wait.
It's an interesting exchange. Yeah, I'm guessing because in Sedona, for example, it's a different load. You have to load, there's a load screen between the inside and the outside. So maybe here they're just like, I don't know. The thing is, if you're outside, you're outside. Like, I can just run off in the wilderness.
Unless you want to be on my bad side, you better back
Oh,
off.
jeez, you're just a real piece of work, aren't you?
You believe that? Like I'm gonna run off without paying? The hell kind of scum do they think I am?
Well, some people do try to run off without paying, so they probably thought you were that kind of scum. This reminds me of Vegas a lot. Are there slot machines? That's what I thought they would have at Neon. What's going on here? Okay, there's the lady I need to talk to. But I gotta see if there's damn slot machines. Nope, I don't want to play with a thermos. No, apparently I can't.
All the fun of Neon, plus betting on whether people are going to survive. Yep, these people are total winners.
You'll be talking to the other side of my boat if you keep trying to strike up a conversation.
Yeah, I'd go for some video poker too, why not? Alright, this is the person I need to talk to right here.
I'm really not in the mood. Wait a minute. Judging by the wide-eyed and clueless look on your face, I'm guessing you're the new deputy.
Neither wide-eyed nor clueless, thank you very much.
We'll find out, won't we? Well, your timing couldn't be worse. I've spent weeks trying to crack this smuggling ring, and I'm about to take a very important meeting.
I wouldn't take that personally. Probably just having a bad day.
Sam Coe. Never thought I'd see you again. Can't say I really want to, either. Not after you turned your back on the rest of us.
I did what I had to do, and I'm at peace with it. If you're gonna hold a grudge, that's your problem, not mine.
I wouldn't count on Sam here to have your back, Deputy. He's likely to disappear on you just when you need him the most. Anyway, like I was saying, I don't have the time to babysit a rookie.
You don't have to babysit me. Just, if you have any information, help me out. And if you don't, then shut the fuck up. I'll leave you alone. Sorry to be a bother, but I've got a job to do.
Yeah, well, you're here now, so we'll just have to make it work. I don't have time to catch you up, so you're gonna have to follow my lead. I'm about to meet with a contact who might be able to give me vital information about the smuggling ring. If you play your cards right and don't do anything stupid, she might be able to help you find Marco.
It is the Adam
ready,
Jensen
my
actor.
contact is here and waiting.
Yes. All right. Who is the contact?
She won't be staying long, so I don't have time to brief you. You'll find out everything you need to know when you meet with her.
All right. I'm not going to ask if she has anything against me. I don't know what her problem is, but I know better than ask that question. Let's go meet your contact.
Follow me.
I think I want to get a walking mod. There is one, but it looked like it had some steps to install it. But I would like to walk. There's a mod where you can walk 30% faster, which would be great for this kind of situation right now. Because when you have to go with someone in a quest like this, they always walk slightly faster than you.
Is that Donovan Reese? Damn, guy's a legend.
There's,
a mile more than anyone
I think by default it is 50%.
Take a
Oops,
seat.
excuse me. It is 50% by default, and then there's a 30% variant.
So you're working with Autumn, huh? Who are you?
I am Deputy Lawrence Hawk.
Is that so?
It is.
The deputy here is interested in meeting Marco to talk about that mercenary company he's been funding. Since part of that money is coming from his smuggling operation, we're working together.
So you're investigating the First? Why?
Which is often as not, couples in class.
I go ahead and said they were trying to take land from farmers, and I want to know why.
Seems like a strange thing for a mercenary company to be doing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I guess an introduction is in order. Like Marco, Jade here is the head of a small smuggling cartel. Difference is her crew stays out of Freestar Collective space, while Marco's group operates exclusively within it.
Except now he's looking to expand his operation, and he started moving in on my territory.
Everyone should run all the time like the player character. Apparently, you can run ahead of them and they'll start to run, but since you're supposed to be following them, you don't always know where they're going, so it can be awkward. But everyone should just be sprinting everywhere all the time. I do like to walk. It's just sometimes I like the character to walk, but they walk so painfully slow. Tell me where he is so I can take that bastard out. I don't want to. Let's see. Find him and bring him to justice. Mostly, I just want to get.
Talk already.
I want to get. God damn it. Okay. Why do you stay out of Freestar Collective space?
Because it might get a little awkward if my sister here had to arrest me.
Okay, I can see that. It'd be a shame if Marco put you out of business, wouldn't it?
If you think this gives you some kind of leverage, you're wrong.
Oh, damn.
Sure, he might slow me
I
down
guess
for a
that did
while,
sound kind
but
of
a little
like...
competition won't break me.
Help me find him and bring him to justice.
That's exactly what this meeting is about.
Well, Jesus, you guys, your
Look,
sisters
the
are
bad news
both
is
crabby.
Marco's incredibly paranoid. He never stays in one place for long. The good news is, I know how to find him.
But you're not going to tell us yet because you want something.
I want the same thing you do. I want Marco out of the picture. But like I said, getting a meeting with him can be damn near impossible. One of the few people who can arrange such a meeting is right here at Red Mile.
May divine. We've suspected for some time that Red Mile was a meeting place for smugglers. If she's in business with Marco, she won't give him up easily.
I can be very persuasive, but let's start with, what do you know about her?
She's the owner and manager here. Inherited the place when her husband was killed.
There must be something she wants I can trade for.
My thinking exactly. I can tell you right now what she's gonna want, because it's the same thing she always wants. She wants runners. It's how she makes most of her money. Of course, people that hard-blooded aren't easy to find.
Yeah, well, I'm not going out on the mile. That's a death sentence. There has to be another way.
You've been a ranger long enough that too many people know your face and your name. Runners attract a lot of attention. If someone recognizes you and tips off May, this whole thing is shot. You, on the other hand, are just a deputy. It's pretty unlikely that a lot of people know you.
You don't have to do this. We'll find another way to get to Marco.
What's a runner exactly?
Someone who volunteers to run the Red Mile, a deadly stretch of terrain just outside the cantina. It's infested with hostile creatures, and few people survive. The ones that do earn a reputation.
Yeah, what was that about, a death sentence?
The Red Mile is incredibly dangerous. I just don't want to see you take a risk like that.
Wow, this lady who hates me doesn't want to see me take a risk like that? Why does she suddenly give a shit? You know, it doesn't sound like a good time. So I'm like, yeah, well, let's just, can we skip it?
All right. It's your call to make.
Planned this out real good, didn't you, Jade? The Freestar Rangers do the dirty work, and you get rid of a rival.
Don't forget the part where the Freestar Rangers get to bring down a big-time criminal while your deputy friend here gets intel on the first. Seems to me like we're all getting something we want, thanks to my good planning.
If it's really as simple as asking May Divine for a meeting with Marco, then I guess that's all you need to do. We'll wait here for you. Try not to die.
Can I talk
Will
to?
you?
Can I try to talk to her first?
Really going to take on the mile, huh?
It's good to be out and about. The lodge gets stuffy sometimes.
All right. I think what we're gonna do, because there she is right there. I'm gonna have me a little Chandra Riesling, and then I'm gonna have a little talk with her now that I've had a little drinky poo.
Ah, a new face. I wonder, is this the face of a brave runner here to challenge the Red Mile? Or simply one seeking a respite from the burdens of life? My name is May, and I'm the proprietor of this establishment, home of the famous Red Mile. I assume you're familiar.
Yeah, I'm familiar with it. I've heard of it, but not sure what it is.
Oh? Let's rectify that.
I
then,
prefer not
shall
to
we?
do it. Can we talk you around
You
it?
will not find a more exciting blood sport in all the settled systems.
Maybe video
The
poker
Red
instead?
Mile is an exciting and deadly race to the finish for the galaxy's bravest champions. Those that manage to complete the course win fame and fortune. Those that don't are never heard from again. I'm happy to answer any other questions you might have. In the meantime, please enjoy our world's famous hospitality.
I'm looking for Marco Graziani. I understand you're acquainted.
That is true. But Mr. Graziani values his privacy. What is your business with him, exactly?
It's a private matter. I'd rather not discuss it.
It's quite a leap of faith that you're asking me to take. I have no particular love for Marco, but he is a business associate. So I must protect my reputation. Fortunately for you, I'm in a generous mood.
I doubt it.
It's been too long since we've had proper entertainment. If you're willing to provide it, I'll give you Marco. Are you prepared to run the Red Mile?
Let's see. Is there a persuade option to get around it? Is there some other way we can come to an agreement?
Oh, I'm afraid this is the only thing that I want from you. At least for now.
Run the Red Mile?
A simple journey through a wilderness occupied by creatures that some call dangerous.
Fine, but you better keep your end of the bargain.
I give you my word, which is something I never do lightly. Once you've begun, I'll collect bets from our patrons who will place wagers on your survival.
Can I bet on myself? That's good.
I'm afraid not. But I'm sure your confidence will inspire our patrons to place substantial wagers on your survival.
Okay, I'm not going to call it barbaric. I'm just going to say, yeah, I'll be coming back alive.
That's what every runner says.
Yeah, but I got something they don't.
I wish I shared your
The reload
optimism.
button.
The mile's very real.
Now that we're clear on what's expected of you, are you ready to begin?
I need to prepare.
Please do. Unprepared runners tend not to last very long on the mile.
And the first thing I'm going to do is need to use the restroom. So I'm going to do this.
Seconds of gameplay.
All right. Nice, efficient pissing. Thank you. Appreciate that. All right, that's really the main preparation I wanted to make. I also wanted to do a save. I don't know why, but I wanted to do like a save.
That's really simple out there on the red map.
All right.
Don't die.
Just don't die. Okay. What's involved with running the Red Mile?
Well, it's quite simple, really. Once you register with me, we'll have a little pomp and circumstance before sending you on your way out the big red door. Then it's a race to the buzzer at the other end of the course. You'll deal with obstacles and deadly creatures alike, while people up here place bets on how far you'll get. Make it back alive, and you'll stand to win riches and the admiration of your fans. I'm sure you can figure out what happens if you fail.
So I just need to get to the end, right? Maybe I can jetpack through the whole thing. All right, pomp and circumstance, like a little ceremony.
Just a little introduction we do to get the fans all worked up. The Red Mile is a spectator sport, after all. Most people don't complete the course, so this is a way to give those unfortunate souls a proper send-off, while they can still appreciate it.
All right. Thanks for the information.
Of course. And if you're thinking of running, just let me know. I'll be glad to sign you up.
Yeah, I'll do it. Ashley Long said I should run it because I'll get a special gun. And that's all I needed to hear. I'm ready to run the Red Mile.
Very well. Follow me.
She's very enthusiastic about this.
I'm on duty. Just get the hell out of my face.
Yes?
Oh, it's Animal. Animal said do it. And so I did.
I took this job so I could be here to see all the runners in person. Of course, most of them I never see once.
Kick back and drink at the bar. Enjoy yourself.
Your attention, please. Valued patrons and honored guests. For one brave soul, the hour of fate is at hand. Yes, a runner has come to test the Red Mile! Now is your chance to get a good look at our fearless challenger as you contemplate your wages. Do you see the fire in those eyes? What is that if not steely determination? I think you'll agree that we're in for quite a show! The rules are simple. Go through the door and take the elevator down to where the mile begins. Activate the beacon at the base of the tower you see in the distance. Once you've done so, return here alive and your run will be complete. Go now, runner, and see if you can survive the mile!
I wonder if I could stealth through the mile. Probably not, huh? I didn't watch any videos about how to game the system. To get a first place reward, you got to do this like 30 times. I don't know if I have that kind of commitment. I don't care how special the gun is. Alright. Oh, I have my spacesuit on now. Okay. Good. They have craft. Oh. Like, are there crafting stations in here? Not that I can craft anything worth a shit, but, yeah, that's interesting. Wait, was there a... Okay, there we go. I'm already working with environmental problems because of the climate down here. Oh, okay.
Grizzly, that's part of the job.
Well, this is certainly helpful. Wow, they died right out of the gates, huh? Oh, they're not kidding around. Alright, I have no idea what... Okay. Right now, my... Oh, damn it. Damn it. Okay. This is some real bitch tactics. Uh-oh, I've got contusions. Oh, whoops. And now my guy's really tired. Yeah, you keep up the good work back there, Sam. Well, yeah, when I started shooting the first one and I realized it was a bullet sponge, that's where I was like, yeah, I think I am going to see what happens if I just run my ass through this thing.
Never understood why anyone would... We're doing this? I can't believe we're doing this.
We just did it.
Let's not feel core about this, alright?
Talking about this for a while.
All right.
Congratulations, runner. You have succeeded where most have failed.
I just ran like a bitch.
In fact, you seem none the worse for wear.
I had to use one med pack. I did. It was kind of a cakewalk, to be honest. As long as you don't try to fight them.
I'm not easily impressed. But you've managed to surprise me. As promised, I'll set up your meeting with Marco. I'll dispatch a courier to let him know you're coming. Please take a moment to relax and enjoy our hospitality. I'll return shortly.
Go back to the days when this place was raided and plundered
on a
regular basis.
Okay.
Sure.
Hello.
The occasional pirate raid would set the spark a bit. Then the pirates would leave and the guests would return. If it were up to me, I'd fire the lot of you right now. Take my chances with the pirates.
I had a feeling about you.
Well, it's not up to you, is it? Meanwhile, here's some free advice. Next time you get drunk, try picking a fight with someone who isn't carrying a firearm. I can only hold my subordinates back for so long before they finally get tired of your BS.
Get the hell out of my face, you pretentious wanker. I'm already bored.
I'm just enjoying watching this conversation.
It's a good thing you're so funny, Reese. It's the only thing keeping me from kicking
Going to
your
try
ass.
it again? I wouldn't.
If you're looking to register, you'll need to speak to Miss Divine.
I know, I already did that. It was just bam, did it. Yeah, I got the boost perk and everything, so worked out. She seemed adequately impressed. This makes you want to play Starfield. You know, probably put Skyrim hours into this game. Yeah, I don't know. I'll be curious to see what kind of life it has, because there's just something special about Skyrim that I don't know if this game is going to replicate. But I think there's some specialness to this game too, though. Especially once the modders get into it. I think there's going to be like some pretty crazy content added to this game over time. To keep, at least for me, that's what will probably keep me coming back.
Are you okay?
It was nothing I couldn't handle.
Really? Either the Red Mile's reputation is exaggerated, or you're just that good.
I have a jetpack.
Anyway, I'm relieved you made it through okay.
I ran like a bitch.
Why?
It was easy.
Afraid you'd lose all that work you put into your smuggling investigation?
I wouldn't expect you to understand. All you see in people is what you can get from them. I'm glad, because that was an incredibly brave thing you did. And we need rangers with that kind of courage. Also, I owe you an apology. I was pretty awful to you at first.
Yeah, she was.
Sorry about that.
You were. You really were. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Just got me at a bad time. Now let's move on. Once you're on your way, I'll return to the Rock and let the Marshal know what's going on. Come home safe, Deputy. That's an order.
You always were the soft one, little sister.
Oh, go to hell. Or at least make yourself useful and get us some drinks.
You must be tougher than you look.
Yeah. Well, they're gonna add official mod support to the game next year. That's like Creation Club. But modding, there's already hundreds of mods for this game. And that's what I'm not sure though, is do they have the modding tools like the creation? Maybe that's what I didn't even check into that. Because that's right, because before they always gave modders the actual development tools of the developers, and if they don't have that, they're not going to be making that content. Okay, that's the next year. Okay, thanks for bringing that up, because in my mind I forgot that the modders need them to provide that in order to create a lot of that custom. To create the custom content, they need that. Can you join all the factions?
Was impressive.
I don't know if it was brave or stupid.
Yeah, I think you can. I don't know if there are any factions that rule out you joining another one either. Superficial mods currently. Yeah, stuff like, I mean, for me, the big one so far is, you know, the mod for, you know, it's got all this extra information, DPS, value per money, and the ability to sort by, like, this was a big deal for me, honestly, was being able to do this stuff. Sort by value, sort by weight, all this stuff. I like this, I like the mod for this. And then you can add a whole bunch of other stuff if you want to. Like if you're looking at particular things. Yeah, as far as I know, you can't doing one. There are no quests that like lock you out. I think the last time, I don't know if Oblivion had any of that. I think Morrowind had some of that, where it's like, no, you got to choose, and if you join that thing, you're not joining that thing, or if you get beyond a certain point in that one, you're not getting up in that one. But I'm pretty sure since then it's pretty much like they don't limit you that way. Alright, so what the hell am I doing now? I was gonna talk to that guy. Oh, hold on. I think I'm a little bit beat up too. Let me see, what was the matter with me? Contusions, prognosis poor. So it looks like the only problem is melee attacks use O2. And I don't use melee attacks, so I think I can let my contusions heal naturally. If I were a big melee fighter, I'd be a little more worried about it. Since we don't know how these conversations are gonna go, Lawgiver, Assassin's Beowulf, suppressed. Okay. All right, put him away. Not be rude.
Don't see a lot of people survive the mile.
Everyone's very impressed with me now that I survived the mile. Really, it was just bitch tactics 101. I just used a jetpack and I ran away from everything. All right, now I got to go walk over here.
Time for me to keep my promise, runner?
Yeah.
You can find Marco on Kodos aboard his ship. I'd advise you not to keep him waiting. He is not exactly patient.
What else can you tell me about him?
He's intelligent, well-connected, and utterly ruthless. He's also a man of taste who appreciates the finer things.
That's nice.
You'll find out soon enough what I mean.
Maybe I can give him some of my chunk sauvignon. What did your message say about me? It's probably not appropriate to ask, but...
Only that someone wanted a meeting. Don't expect to catch him unprepared. He keeps a sizable force of mercenaries aboard his ship as bodyguards.
Alright, well...
Good. Travel safely, runner. Should you ever crave the challenge of the mile again, it will be here, waiting for you.
Well... I don't anticipate I'm the sort of gamer that will be coming back to do that again.
I don't get paid to be nice. I get paid to put down a...
Oh. Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to come up here, but now that I am, I want to look around. Oh, damn! Some shit went down in here! Alright.
Get out of my face before I put a bullet in your head.
Dude, you guys are really crabby.
Hello.
What happens in the Red Mile stays in the Red Mile. Now see, now I got the... I think it just glitched a little before.
Captain Hawk, it is perfect.
Doing all right, Comdrop?
So contused. Alright. Hey there.
Dad, what does superfluous mean?
Wow, she said
I
it
just
right.
read it in my book.
Superfluous. Let's see. You need a UI mod and a mod to track your bases. Okay, is there a mod for that? Or you're just hoping to make one? And you know modders are going to refine ship crafting. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I know they're planning to do. But I think what I'm the most... I mean, I'm excited to see how they might streamline some of the basic mechanics. But I think what I'm the most excited to see is, you know, you had people in the previous Elder Scrolls game doing projects like Enderall. There's some really large-scale projects. And based on the fact that, like, these their whole they could add star systems, they could add planets. Somebody could have do a Star Wars conversion mod. I mean, there's so many things that potentially modders could do with this framework and this setting that could be really kind of mind-blowingly cool. The Starfield mod, yeah, that'll be in development for 15 years. Wouldn't be surprised, actually. Although I heard rumor Bethesda might do an official remaster of Oblivion, so I don't know what that means for Sky Oblivion, but
Liftoff initiated, Captain. Time to venture into that view of the sky.
yeah, one thing before I started learning more about this game that I was
apogee, surrounded by stars and the vastness of space.
That I was worried this game was going to be was I thought it was going to be like Outer Worlds, which I thought Outer Worlds was a decent game, but it was a small game. And I think literally there were like 3 or 4 planets that you land on one spot on the planet and then you're just there. And that was the whole game. And I really like the scope of this, that not that there's something to do on all 1,000 planets, but just the fact that it's just huge and there's tons of things to discover out there. I think that the fact that there's 1,000 planets just makes it so you're not going to randomly just find everything that is noteworthy. Do a mod, instead of getting weird alien powers, there's a whole place full of dragons, and you could shout with dragon powers. It's an interesting premise. It sounds familiar, you know? We could call it Skyrim. Interesting. Dream of Skywind and Sky Oblivion are both dead to you. And yet they're still, like, very actively developing that stuff, which is, you know, I'm curious to see when it comes out, but man, it's just taking so long. Yakuza Like a Dragon for $11.99? Yeah, I think that's, yeah, I'd say that's worth it. That's still on my to-do list. I was never like, I don't like that game. I'm trying to remember, did I ever buy that game? Was that ever on Game Pass, Brad? I can't remember if I've ever ended up owning it, or I think I only ever did it on Game Pass. All right. Did I scan this place? I think I did. Let's since we're right next to the moon. Yeah, I played it on stream once. I think only once, yeah. I know at least once.
I was a rover and a rambler. I lived my life in sin. There was no number high enough to count the troubles I was in. I filled neon nights with women. By day I risked my skin. There was no gamble bad enough to think I would never win. But I wanna go home.
I'm just gonna listen to the
I
song.
wanna go home. I wanna go home. And go back home again.
Alright, you got anything else to say?
Always happy to meet a stranger. Hope my singing was to your liking.
Yeah, it's great. Was that a sea shanty you were singing?
It is, at that. If you believe the family tales, we've been merchantmen and freighter captains since the days of the East India Company. If you like my singing, you should have heard my pops. Now he had a voice.
Your song really made my day. I've run into him before.
Oh, and now you've made mine. Afraid my ship's got the next jump plotted in, so I'm away.
Alright. So that's just an example of if you don't fast travel everywhere, the type of thing you'll randomly find when you're jumping around, exploring. Are there other singing ships? I think I ran into that guy before, specifically. Alright, but I'm not going to keep jumping. We're going to go plot a course to see this, wherever this guy is. Okay, Valentine, but different song.
Systems green.
Alright. Scan this bitch. And where are we going? The Fortuna. Terrible singing voice. I liked it.
Captain, landing procedure initiated.
All right.
Hello there.
So let's maybe take a little nap for the experience boost. Or just an hour.
I'm feeling good now. You feeling good?
I feel well rested. If it were Sarah, I'd feel emotionally secure. But I'll take well rested, because I don't feel like swapping partners every time I take a nap. And how are we doing on inventory? Good. Alright, let's get the hell out of here.
You never know what you'll find. This place is...
Extreme solar radiation. Alright. Then I won't dawdle here. Alright, I'm not going to try and be sneaky about this. I'm just going to walk in and see if we can just have a conversation. I doubt we're going to be able to just have a conversation, but I think they did say, like, this is an arranged meeting, right? Ooh, this is nice. Oh yeah, they did say he likes the nicer things.
You the runner?
Marco's done well for himself. One might say too well.
Yeah, I have an
appointment. I don't see that, at least.
Got my eyes on you. Nice ship, huh?
It is. It's very nice. I'm very impressed. Yeah, I dig this. This is nice.
This music is gonna put me to sleep.
Yes, it's nice. I wouldn't mind if you guys all fell asleep from the music, to be honest. I have a feeling... But wow, this looks really nice.
You're lucky to get a meeting with Marco.
Alright, just poking. Just wanted to see. Rec room's not quite as luxurious, but, you know, they have a rec room. That's cool.
Beat the Red Mile, huh?
You guys heard about that shit already? Okay, some turrets. My god, this is really nice. Okay, and there it looks like him up there. This is really nice. I want this ship. This ship's cool. It didn't look like anything special from the outside.
Why don't we have a room like that?
Uh-oh.
Just full of knock your socks off trophies. You know, really flaunt our success.
I don't know. I'm gonna think about getting a ship that's just a giant... What is this? Alright, well... I have a feeling I'm gonna be fighting my way out of this place.
Welcome. May's message didn't exactly make it clear why you wanted to meet with me. If you're looking for work, my organization is always in need of pilots and security personnel, willing to take risks.
Your organization?
You've heard of the First.
Oh, yeah.
I take it. I'm not just a member, I also help to fund the outfit through a network of independent traders. Of course, illicit goods are the most lucrative, so there is a constant need for skilled pilots.
Actually, I'm guessing I'm going to whip out the badge. If it's just between attacking him and whipping out the badge, I'm whipping out the badge. But I'm not going to flat out say I'm here to stop you. Just going to question him.
Ah, I see. You did well to find me. I'm not an easy man to locate. Though I suppose we haven't exactly been keeping a low profile lately. Given the nature of the contract, a degree of exposure was always a risk, but a calculated one. To be honest, I think the Major is all but spoiling for a confrontation with the Rangers. Still, I confess, I'm a little disappointed that the Marshal sent a deputy instead of a full-fledged Ranger. This deputy might just surprise you, Marco. And who might you be? The name's Sam Coe. A name well known across the Freestar Collective. It's an honor to welcome a descendant of the great Solomon Coe. Yeah, well, that name probably means more to you than it does to me. Your deputy friend here could have a bright future. Assuming we all keep our heads.
Why would the Major want a confrontation?
To settle accounts. Major Hall served with distinction during the Colony War. But the leaders of the Freestar Collective, they turned on him. In his eyes, the Rangers are enforcers for a corrupt Council of Governors. That makes you his enemy. As for me, I didn't see any profit in nursing that grudge. I prefer to focus on the future.
You mentioned the Major. Is that who runs the First? I think that's the case, yes.
That's right. Major Hall spent 20 years in lockup nursing a grudge against the Freestar Collective. We all did. A lot of good men and women died for nothing because of those cowards you work for. You've chosen your side, and I've chosen mine.
I'm gonna bring down the First, and that means you, Mark. And I'm not gonna say that. We're having a civilized conversation here. I want the details of the first operation, including who's hiring you. That's pretty aggressive. That's aggressive enough.
I'm not sure you are grasping the situation here, Deputy.
I didn't think you'd answer that.
You are on my ship, outnumbered by my guards, who will kill you without hesitation. I'm a businessman. If you expect me to cooperate, I'm going to want something in return.
That's fair.
I won't tell you everything. I do still have some loyalty to my unit. However, I can point you in the right direction. In exchange, I want the Rangers to let me operate with a free hand.
I can't speak for the Rangers. I can speak for me. Because the thing is I think based on the ideology of them, if we can get the right people to sit in the right room together, we could possibly resolve this shit. That's sort of, and I don't know if that's remotely possible, but that's in my mind thinking, like, I would like to see this whole, like, the first thing, they think they've been maligned and ignored. So at least for my part, I'm going to say it's fine for me.
Good. Then we are agreed.
I won't pretend that I agree with this, but it's your call.
It'd be a shame if an encrypted slate like this one somehow got into the wrong hands. Wouldn't it? Now, before you complain, remember that all I promised was to point you in the right direction. You're free to stay as long as you like. It's not often I get to entertain such a distinguished guest.
I don't know about you, but a fella could do a lot worse in Constellation.
An interesting conversation to randomly have. I see money chips down here that are not considered stealing. Boom, bitty, boom, bitty, boom, bitty, boom. All right, what else is not considered stealing? Because they're probably treating this like this is all loot. Like, if I were a good guy, and I think I am, but I think they can. I think I just chose what was considered the bad guy solution. But I'm just gonna loot his whole shit, though. Does this get used anywhere? I don't think this gets used anywhere. That can only be used there. No. So I guess we're just going to do this. That goes there. Yeah, I like that. I'm probably making... I could be making some mistakes right now, but... Then again, I could be doing it a while. Yeah, there we go. This will work.
Seriously, added to the box.
Ooh! Can I level that up again? Now? Okay. All right, I'll take it. I was gonna do stealth next, but I've been meaning to max out the booster pack because that actually changes moment-to-moment gameplay in a lot of the game. Some of the most impactful skills in terms
More
of game
this and less choo-choo.
Yeah, I'm just gonna loot the shit out of everything in this guy's place. How is the scan skill? Is that what you mean? Let me see. I think I did pick up... Oh, surveying. Is that what you mean? It just increases, like, the rank at which you can scan. And I figured it's the sort of thing, like, if I decided I was going to get real serious about going on planets and scanning animals and stuff, I'd probably invest more into it. I put a little bit, I think I put 1 point in just because, like, I wanted to. It basically doubled the range for scanning the first one. There's some in here, there is an actual scanning skill. You can detect uncommon inorganic resources on planets and moons. And get more information about ships in space. So you can, like, gradually your scans detect more, that could be helpful. But it doesn't seem like... It seems like you'd have to be pursuing a very particular style of gameplay for that to be helpful often. And also, a lot of the stuff about looking for resources and collecting resources is about base building, which is like not even... Like, I don't even know if I'm going to really get involved with base building at all in this playthrough. Astrophysics. Let's see. This I kind of like because you could scoot into a system and just scan everything without having to go from planet to planet. You can scan any planet or moon within 30 light years at rank 4. So that's something I've considered, like just being able to scan things, because I think you can sell that scan data. So, you know, and it's like 1,000 or 1,500 per body that you scan. So this seems like, if I'm understanding it right, like you just scan the shit out of stuff. Astrophysics. Astrophysics. Did I say something else? Special products. Persuasion is good. I've heard like some people saying commerce. Like a video I watched earlier today, this guy was just gushing about commerce. But basically that's just, it's because you get gouged so much on prices that if you like, this can make a big deal for money. But I've also heard that you get far enough in the game and money's not that big a deal anymore. What does diplomacy do? Force a target to stop fighting. It's interesting. Intimidation, isolation, negotiation. It gives you access to bribery and speech challenges. Which would be good if you're playing like a scoundrel, like a scandalous scoundrel type character. Like some of these social skills would be kind of fun. Instigation. Force a target to attack their enemies. All right. Leadership, outpost management, ship command, manipulation. One thing, is it ship design? Starship design. This is blocking me from being able to like do a lot of shipbuilding and stuff. Cellular regeneration is supposed to be pretty good. Oh wait, where's the one that regenerates your health? Is that the one? That talks about, it looks like it's regenerating wounds. Rejuvenation. Slowly regenerate health outside of combat. So that's a big deal to have that. Because right now, if you don't go to bed or use a healing item, you're not healing. Making money off people's data is kind of like Google. Yeah. Weightlifting, a lot of people swear is like really good because it increases your carrying weight significantly. I haven't been pursuing it. I just keep doing other stuff instead. But a lot of people swear up and down that that's like, weightlifting is a must-have. Persuasion is a must-have. Specializing in something, weapon-wise, is good. I think I came with lasers. And I was thinking about continuing with lasers. But then I realized if I wanted to do like a sniper build, it seemed like lasers weren't conducive to like sniper weapons that I was likely to find. So I kind of switched over to ballistics. I'm still not sure though if I'd stuck with lasers, if I could have fulfilled my sniper bitch tactics, which I haven't honed those skills nearly enough to make them work for me yet. Because I keep doing other stuff like boost pack training. So I think I mentioned, I feel like there's a lot of tough decisions to be made. Remote turret control computer. Okay. No, I'm not gonna. I don't want to fuck anything up. I just made a whole point of finding the peaceful solution here. Hey, the Chandra Chardonnay. I'll take that. Wow, you got any good drugs on your desk? Dude, this guy, like, everything. Everything is, like, he doesn't give a shit. It's all lootable. I'm gonna loot the whole damn ship. Clearly, the game was probably expecting that I was gonna fight everything in here. Maybe it's just in this room. Ooh, Dracula. This sells for a good price. Some books sell for a good price. My Life, chunk by chunk. No. Ship repair fundamentals. Alright. What else do we got? Because nobody seems to be giving a shit that I'm looting their ship, so I'm just gonna run with it. That lines up. That doesn't line up. Let's see what this looks like. That also lines up. I'm gonna do the first auto slot. Alright. Do you think they respect me for looting them? I just walk in like, oh yeah, let's make a deal. And on my way out, I'm just like, It's making me feel really sleazy from a roleplay perspective, but... Alright, yeah, I like that. Is there anything like that going on? Like that going on? What I would like to see if there's a way that I can do this in two. No. Yeah, if it's not tagged as theft, it's like literally the game is not considering it theft. I'm just gonna do it. There we go. Perfect.
Fox must hate you.
I could even sleep in his bed. It's not even considered owned. Yeah. Oh, the safe. Okay. Okay, I like that. I like that. I'm really being uncautious at this point. Yep, this all works. It's not theft if you kill them all, but yeah, I didn't kill anybody in the game. I think for looting purposes, they're just assuming I did kill them all. They're acting like I did. They're like, I don't want to give a shit because you killed them. Oh, you didn't kill them all? Well, oh well. we didn't code it for that. So it's just gonna treat it like you killed them all. Take all their shit. Go for it. Oh, damn. 4. 4 in a row, huh? Yeah, that's not a thing. Alright, well that technically lines up. Alright, I like that. But that doesn't work. There's a lot of pieces here that don't fit anywhere. Alright, I like that. I like that. Yeah, this works. I mean, I don't think I needed to do that because it's just the other door into here, but... Nice bathroom. Personal groomer, I'll take that. That. Alright. I think I'm just gonna do a quick once over. What's that? A vial? Alright. Here's some contraband. I gotta remember to go to the wolf system. So I can sell it. Any other? Just a quick once over. I just feel like...
As you can see, I'm a man who enjoys the finer things.
Yeah, I can see you do. I'm a little surprised there wasn't more contraband. It would be full of Borg? Is that where the Borgs are? Wolf 359?
Just goes to show you that sometimes the good guys come out ahead.
I just made a deal with a bad guy to look the other way on his crimes, and then I'm stealing all of his shit. So I feel like I'm not being a good guy in any sense of the word. Dish rag. Good deal.
The dulcet tones of classical piano. It really puts the soul at ease.
Wow, some of these guards really like the music, and other ones hate it. Wow, this is nice. Like a whole, like, kitchen. If there are no references to the Borg when you go to the wolf system, the game is, in fact, a failure. I hadn't looked for them because it wasn't on my radar that the wolf system was where the Borg was from. But the game is known for incorporating a lot of space theme references, so. Alright, we looked here. I didn't even see that there was another door out to the balcony up there. Oh, it's all locked. Alright, well, I'm not going to waste more digipicks because I've already been in here. There we go.
Here to join the first? Best merc company there is.
I don't think you can. This is not a joinable faction that I'm aware of.
The first don't mess around.
Alright, well. Somebody tipped over all your succulents. Nice succulents you got here. I'm just gonna go through all of your belongings. That's good. What else you guys got? A booster injector. Okay. Chunks wine. I'm gonna skip that. It's not very good wine. Alright, let's open all this. Frag grenade. Whoops. Frag grenade I will take. Knife. Barrel. That's got a good weight to value. Ammo, always. Poncho, we'll skip. Ammo, always. This is what's known as the Narcos good guy move. I don't know if I'm familiar with that.
Better behave while you're in here.
Apparently, looting all of your shit is not considered misbehaving, so... Although if anything is marked red for stealing, I'll leave it there, respectfully. I'm not here to start trouble, but if you guys don't mind if I take everything valuable out of here, then I'm gonna do it. Alright. I agree Wolf System is a good way to sell things, especially if you have contraband. Alright, well I took all your shit. Have a nice day. Wait, is there a way to get into that room from in here?
Who even wants to listen to this crap?
Yeah, this guy does not like the music. Here we go.
Better behave.
Just all right. The bottled wine is the good stuff. Yeah, I'll take that.
You're lucky to get a meeting with Marco.
Yeah, apparently so. All right. Can I use your computer? You got anything? Just take something from right in front of you. I like the haircut. You guys ever watch Ed Bassmaster? I work. He reminds me of the character I work. All right, congratulations on your 6-day vacation. I'm jelly. I'm super jelly. Checking. So it looks like, at least on this planet, with my booster skill now, I could just never touch the ground if I didn't want to. I'm just curious.
Captain Hawk, greetings.
Greetings.
Board's green. Ready for what comes next.
Alright, we're going to the Wolf System now, because I've got contraband. Not going straight to any civilized system. Alright, I'm not even going to take off from the planet, because sometimes they scan you leaving the planet. Although this place, I don't think there are any settlements on this planet. There's a mining outpost. I'm not gonna mess with it. This is where I'm gonna take advantage of the fast travels, skipping all the little... we are going to the den. I do, in fact, have business. And docking.
Time to cycle the airlock and move.
Just a quick little visit to the Trade Authority.
A brief history of time. If you find any addition, any at all, I will be your friend.
Good to... Was there something you needed?
Yeah, just want to...
Yes, of course.
Sell some stuff. Just... Oops, sorry, wrong button.
If there's anything I can do for you, you won't find a better offer on.
This would be under miscellaneous, I believe. Here you go, buddy. There it is. I think I picked up some extra shit in here. Like the knife. Yeah. I just picked up whatever weapons were in there. And you got any of the drugs I like? Potato. Nope, that's not the drug I like. Uh-oh, you ate too many cookies. What a harrowing experience. All right. Go under the world geometry and find hidden vendor treasure chests that hold all the money inventory of each merchant, and then take it all. I don't know. Doesn't seem like my kind of game style.
I really did think this place would see a bit more.
And sometimes they do actually have like a thing you can look at that's got all their shit in it. Okay, that guy clearly has got things to say that I'm not interested in.
Hello, Captain.
Alright, just come here to sell my shit and then get out. Todd Howard wanted that way. Does he like it when you find ways to exploit the game? Like the thing where you put the bucket over the person's head so you can steal all their shit.
If you need something, I've got your back.
I know they've already found certain things that are kind of like that.
Clean separation, Captain.
Alright, so what are we actually doing at this point? Oh, good. We're going back to give this guy the encrypted thing. Thingamabobber.
Dan acknowledging incoming hail. Docking Bay 1 is free.
There we go. That's what I'm going for.
Well, you didn't put us in good plan. Safe.
Oh, damn it! What?
While we scan you for contraband.
That was some aggressive scanning right
You're
there.
good to go. Have a nice time in Aquila City.
Alright. I'm starting to get sleepy. And hungry. It's a bad combination of factors. You didn't tell me this, but your mom did something to her leg and is having trouble walking. She's getting an MRI done on her back tomorrow. She had back surgery a while ago. Well, dang, I'm sorry that she's got something on her leg and she's got medical things. I hope the MRI shows good news, or at least something that's easy. Like, sometimes they'll be able to find like, oh, we need to do this or do that, or whatever. I hope it turns out okay. That's what I'm saying.
Keep it moving.
Because yeah, that kind of thing's no joke. It can be pretty, be pretty invasive.
We got a lot of bars in the city, all class joints.
They do have some pretty cool bars in this city. I did poke around when I first came here.
Free Star Ranger's resident terminal jockey. That's me. Hey there, Deputy. How goes the hunt for the first?
So far so good?
Good, good. If you ask me, I don't think they stand a chance. You're like an Ashta creeping silently through the high grass, waiting for your chance to pounce, and then boom! Down they'll go. So, did you get any more of those encrypted slates? Because, let me tell you, I am so close.
Yeah, I did. Here. Don't say you doubted me now.
Who, me? Doubt you? Not a chance, Deputy. I knew you were a natural the moment I laid eyes on you.
Yep, moonwalk your way back to that terminal, son. Go to the meeting room. Sounds pretty serious.
Come in, Deputy. Take a seat.
Am I in trouble? They're probably gonna get mad at me because I told that bad guy that we wouldn't bother him.
This won't take long.
While you've been in the field, we've had more reports about farmers being threatened and attacked. Unfortunately, some didn't survive.
Yeah. Is there anything we could have done? Probably me telling the guy we're not gonna do anything.
Not really, no. We can't be everywhere at
I wonder if that
once.
was my fault.
Right now, our best hope to stop them is you.
And a cop pulled your brother over. When you asked him how fast he was going, he said, "I can't tell you that. You're being recorded." That's weird. The cop said that? Yeah, I don't understand that exchange. And I guess there's more context that we're not getting. I'm not gonna say it's my fault. I'm gonna be a little hush-hush that I told the guy he was gonna be okay. Like, we're gonna turn a blind eye to his shit. I'll kill every last one. No, so I'm just gonna say that's terrible.
It's worse. It's tragic. How's your investigation proceeding?
It's going well. Once Alex cracks the encryption, we can learn a lot.
That's assuming he finds something useful. Otherwise, you'll be no better off than when you started.
Well, we gotta be a
Come on,
sourpuss
Emma.
about it.
You know as well as I do how tough this job is.
That's exactly my point. When it comes to deciding who earns a Ranger's badge, I will not compromise.
Let's move on. I asked the other Rangers to share their opinions of you, and there are some things I want to go over. We'll start with Ranger Callow in Hopetown. She was grateful for your timely arrival, and impressed you had the guts to take on those pirates. Nia says you were respectful with Ron Hope and didn't push too hard. That shows me you were listening when I said to go easy on him.
I'll say I didn't like him that much, but I did what I had to.
Duty has to come before personal feelings. I'm glad you understand that.
Let's continue.
I didn't do any murdering
We
there.
got a detailed report from Ranger Price about your recent visit to Neon. He said you took on a syndicate loan shark to help an informant.
The informant was innocent. I did do that because I felt it was the right thing to do. I could have talked the informant into helping me without me helping him first.
And you were right to do so. Helping people is our most important duty, even when you're conducting an investigation.
You got results, and that's what matters most. Price was impressed by that. Said you really took the initiative.
Ranger McMillan praised what she called your uncommon bravery and dedication.
You like my shit.
She said you took on the Red Mile so you could get a meeting with Marco Graziani.
They're not going to like what happened at the meeting with Marco Graziani. It was the best option I had.
Putting the lives of others ahead of our own comes with the job. I'm sure it was a tough call, but I think it was the right one.
So what happened with Marco? I doubt he gave you that slate out of the kindness of his heart.
Well, given a choice between words and weapons, he chose words. Okay, we came to a mutually satisfactory arrangement. Okay, I will say he chose words, because that's vague enough. I wouldn't say I'm satisfied. Like, the idea that I told him we wouldn't, whatever.
Yeah, he always did like to hear himself talk. Seemed to think he was the smartest guy in the room. Don't know about that. But at least he had the sense to cooperate. What about Maya Cruz? Her loyalty to Hull and the 1st Cavalry was stronger than most.
She didn't have much time left, so she wanted to end things on her terms. Alright, we'll say that.
I guess I'd want the same thing if I were in her place.
Excuse me, Marshal?
Not now, Alex. We're in a meeting here.
I know, but this is important. I've done it. I've cracked the encryption on the slates. Now, I don't know exactly where the First are headquartered, but there are references to a place called the Factory.
The Factory? That was our nickname for the main facility where the mechs were manufactured.
Under the terms of the peace treaty, they shut all the mech factories down right after the war.
But they didn't destroy them. At least not all of them.
What do they do with this, or what do you know about this mech factory?
Never saw it myself, but I know it's a large facility mostly underground. If the First are occupying it, they'll probably have set up defensive positions throughout the complex.
If the First is there, I'll make sure none of them survive. That has not been my approach to this investigation. I'll go and check it out.
The facility was on Arcturus 2. It could be a dead end, but if it's not, then you'd better be ready for a fight.
Alright. Well. Or I'll just tell them that the Rangers will let them take over the universe. As long as they, don't shoot me.
New deputy, huh? Honor to have you.
New-ish, ish.
Not everyone gets to say they work at the Rock.
This is a pretty cool place, though. If you work for law enforcement and they've got like a full-on saloon in the middle of it, it's not bad. Alright, I think I am going to wrap up. I know... Now, if you recall, I used to want to stream until like 10:30 to 11, and I've routinely blown way past that, but some nights I'm just tired. So, it's 11:20. I think it's just reasonable. I know there can be some disappointment. I'm going to save the old game. There's no baseball. No baseball, Brad. No Baldur's Gate. No Silmarillion. No tour of my board games. Quit to desktop. And then we do thank you screen. There it is. No camping tales. There is so much you don't know about the first age, Brad. That's true. Oh, I meant Baldur's Gate 3, Nick. So you're like, yeah, just why don't you just play a little bit of that? You never did finish it. Just knock it out before you go to bed. Oh god. Alright. So you guys, I think I'm gonna wrap up. I'm tired. It just sort of like hit me. So no prolonged discussion. Usually I even hang out on the thank you screen for a while. So sorry the one time you don't have to go into work. I'm sleepy. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about I can't tell you about Gilgalad. And then we'll just do a quick run through of Act 1. It's a tempting offer, Josh. It's a tempting offer. But instead of all that, what's going to happen? Remember I did the thing with my fingers like this? There it is. It turns dark. Remember that? That still brings me joy. And then we're going to go, we're just going to do it. Go to sleep and good night. Your eyes are getting so heavy. Go to sleep now, Brad Pritchard, EV23, Matus, Josh Die, Nick C. Go to sleep. I'll be waiting for you in your dreams. Who else could I say good night to? Just a man. He was here. Maybe he's still here. Just dozing. Hadn't seen Maxie for a while. Just in case. Maxie? Good night, man. Who else? I think that was it. Keith and Ashley were here. Good night, Keith and Ashley. You know? That kid that came from school who was late. Good night to that kid. Alright. I think that just about covers it. Everybody who was in here. Chris plays games too. Did he officially leave? Alright.